too.
Oh, so the man wanted for you to go steal from the web post.
Yeah, he said I'm a join to go steal to the women's too to they get money to the store they will go take it from there. I said, my man, how many bars for the same leisure?
Then how can the police catch you now?
The police before the man call me back. I was on the 18th. They more.
The same man now.
Yeah, the same man.
The same man who want for you to go steal.
Yeah, he called me on the 18th.
Yeah.
Now in the night, around 8:30, the man called me. He said, "Oh, my man, I'll let you be and call you back again."
So that time you go to work?
I go to work.
You leave from your working place, you come to the man.
Yeah, I'm from to my working area to Clarence to now go to the man.
To go steal now?
No, I'm not go steal. I go to yeah. How you question me, man? The thing you want for me to explain for you to understand, then still questioning me, doubling the question. How many talk clear now?
Okay, let's go now. I beg you, sorry.
I say
when they call you in the night now.
When the man call me in the night, he asked me, say, how many of you are working to the area? I say we are 3.
You told the message you're 3.
Yeah. So he said, I want to give you tea to carry to the
message you want to give you what tea?
Tea. Hot milk tea.
Oh, milk tea?
Yeah.
For you to drink?
With bread.
The bread.
3 pieces of full bread.
With egg inside?
With egg inside, my butter. So when I carry it to the man, say, carry it to the man. When you give it to the man, then you must come back to the car.
So the food make you now, you carry it so you can go convince your friend now.
Yeah. When I give it to the man, the man say, thank you. I say, okay. The man say, oh, where you going now? I say, oh, I'm going right car. So one of my friends called me.
Yeah, the same man you going to now?
Yeah, the same man.
And the man tell you say he want for you to go steal.
No, yeah. So when I go to the man, he say, clean the car. Then they are 2 now.
In the Jeep?
In the Jeep. Then they are 2.
A big Jeep?
Yeah. Black BG, photo G. Yeah. So when I clean the car now,
air condition all inside.
No, Papa, you can't wait for me to spin now. I'll leave the whole town now. You can judge people.
I just asking you a question, sorry.
You can judge people that can come here.
No, I'm a journalist. I beg you, sorry.
The way you talk in the question, you say when I move from here, I'll free. You say when I move from here, I'll free. You say one talk again. I wanted to make a whole talk clear to you, but you double in the question. Hi, not looking, hi, looking. Then you want force and no more word there again. Why not belonging to the talk? I'm not going to talk again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think you explain to me that you come to get paid. You say you carry the tea to the man. After you carry the tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, there's me things. Say make your egg and bread. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then you.
Okay. Speak again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take time. You take time.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take time
to explain. Okay.
I have been working for the past 6 years with your government, and we are caretaker. We are the one that's doing the cleaning up and thing. Since Joseph Boakai for the past 6 years, since Joseph Boakai took over for the past 3 months, they be demanding us to come to work every day. For me, I pay $450 to where I live to come here and $450 to go back. Every day they will take listing for oil and carry. But I was surprised yesterday, the minister called and she want to have a meeting with us. So we got there, Paulina came, and Paulina said there is no budget for us. She's not going to pay us, and she put it all down. Maybe when she get money the 15th or next month, she will pay us. But everybody that work on a job, we are government, she will put everybody down, and that's what she did. So we got angry, we went to the mansion in group, 730 persons. Paulina, she said, Joe, we have put her father down when you were working. So anybody that work on a job, we are with him, that job we are put there, she will put them down. Paulina cried to her. So therefore, she came and said, she's not working with us again, and she didn't pay us. So I saw that we work in this government for the past 6 years. And then for the 3 months that Joseph Boakai got there, we've been working early in the morning, we can't early in the morning, we can't work. We have been working for the past 6 months. So they should get our pay so that we can go and sit down. That's how she left. So we should go and sit down and wait for the 15th. And I'm telling the Liberian government, I'm telling Boaka, Joseph Boaka, I said Joseph Boaka, and I'm always talking to the senator and representative that we elected you, we voted for you. We are single mother. We call you. We voted for you in the house. You're sitting there. Paulina play with us. And Paulina play with us. She will get it wrong for herself. She will get it wrong. Paulina, the small child. She running. She know how to have. She baby. If you want to take off anywhere, pay us. We'll go and sit down. But you can't come and tell all people that we're on your way government. Are we not Liberian? Are we not Liberian? That you taking bread from our table, taking food from our mouth because of your we are? Please, our senator, you get called back. Our senator in the house, you please talk for us. You say you are going to talk for the women. That what Paulina is doing to us. She's taking prayer from our mom. We will be marching as a group. We all will be going to the marshal in black. We will walk to the marshal and we'll point tire. And they will care all the way they came for it in your that they care us. Because that's why they came for the care. They said they came to rescue. But they never came to rescue or they came to care us. We will march to the marshal, everybody going to wear black. Everybody that wear the minister of state that they put down, I've been saying they will wear black. We'll go to the marshal, we'll put tire, we'll point it, we'll walk to the marshal. The liar they get there, the information director, the information minister is a black liar. The people came to steal. He came outside where he saw us. He stood on, he said, your words are going to Paulina coming back. He never came back. He just left on the only thing they did, they called the police start shopping us all over the place. So if they will kill us, they must be ready to kill us some money. Okay. We are Liberian. We work and we earn our own money.
These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Boaka, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he said, he said, when you run for one term, he insisted it. I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
The government said they came to rescue us, but they came to kill us slowly. There's some of us, we have 10 children, no husband, to even help us to sustain our children. That on the side what we're saying, that Susu can help us to pay our rent, to pay our children's school fee. But the government, people come here around, they tell us that we should leave the sidewalk. And once of the seven area, they sort of be careful with. The water side, the poo-poo water running from China Bay. They're not putting effort to clear the poo-poo. Yeah, beyond Central Bay. All in the caro, the necklace, and not in the crack, on the caro. Yeah, all the ferret necklace, they can occupy the caro. The government see that one. But with the innocent people, why we know our job facility, our children all the household in college, now the business we doing to sustain our children. Just like Boaka came to kill and they came to rescue. What I say we should vote for our children future. They don't want our children future. They came to damage our children future. If they love the citizen and they don't want riot, police or soldier, nobody can stop us. Because now where we get our daily bread from? None of the men, they're not supporting children with their mother, with their husband, with their everything in the home. There's some of us we're not educated at the business backing us. So when they tap around us, tap by them with pool. Some of us will not offer our weapon. We're going to medicine man was when you come into our market, we'll blind your eye, we will cripple you. Baba signal will whistle on you because we fell out with that nonsense in their country. Yeah, you say I can rescue you, they want to kill us. That carry there. So security, they came out police, they came around with selling police, they came to get our awareness for now until the 7. They want to see us on the street. That's why you don't get nobody job facility. And that on the street, that people from the federal office they can come by our sword. And what people making in it. Yeah. And that business which not belonging in market. And on the street, in the market or say going in a general market. Say la bureau of phone all over the world, the great America. They said study on the street. Africa, they study on the street. That they Liberia, why they improve? That they want to suppress us on the street.
I'm filled with a profound sense of gratitude and humility. It has been an honor and a privilege to serve as your president and commander-in-chief for the past 6 years. Together, in 2018, we embarked on a journey to build a united, peaceful, and prosperous Liberia. And I am deeply thankful for the trust and support you have bestowed upon me and my administration during my tenure. As we navigate the complexity of governance, your partnership was instrumental in the development and implementation of policies and programs that aim to bring progress and development to our great nation. Reflecting on the accomplishment of these 6 years, let me tell you that I am proud of what we have achieved together. We have built roads, supported free wires and free tuition at high schools and public universities, stabilized the macroeconomic challenges we face in 2018, built hundreds of pro-poor housing units, and achieved on so many fronts that we are able to list here today. However, I acknowledge that there is always room for improvement, and perhaps have been done under different circumstances. Regrettably, some of the long-term projects we initiated did not reach completion during my tenure. I am hopeful that the incoming administration will carry the torch forward and bring these initiatives to fruition for the benefit of all Liberians. Fellow compatriots, rumors, and misinformation have played a large part in our politics over the last 6 years. It is my hope we as a country will overcome this challenge over the next 6 years. To begin this, we must start with the facts of the transition. I must report to you that we are leaving behind a better economy than we inherited. Today, President-elect Joseph Boakai will inherit a stronger economy than I inherited. There is a bigger net international reserve position that was handed me in 2018. I inherited 94,999,000 United States dollars in net international reserves. And I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of 222,700,000 United States dollars. This is 136% increase in the net international reserve position. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated account is United States 40,044
states. Therefore, I find these actions by the government of Liberia contribute to the unusual and extraordinary threat to the foreign policy of the United States described in Executive Order 13194, with respect to which the President declared a national emergency. This executive order did not say the alleged complicity, it concluded the complicity. The conspiracy was born, all systems put into motion, and here I stand today. I never stood a chance. This is the broader contextual matrix that regrettably did not and still has not seen the light of day in these proceedings, despite the gallant efforts by the defense to unearth and reveal the contextual framework behind the charges against me. Now, with the two executive orders, the dogs were let out, so to speak. What followed was a dispatch of the attack pack led by Lieutenant Colonel David Crane, Defense Intelligence, 30 years, prosecutor. He, Crane, unlawfully unsealed the court's sealed indictment to his handlers, senior U.S. government officials at the U.S. Embassy in Freetown, and was never held to account. The rest of the operational team are Colonel Brandon Hollis, Defense Intelligence, CIA, U.S. Air Force, Senior Trial Counsel, and now prosecutor. James C. Johnson, U.S. Army expert, 20 years on conventional and special operations, Chief of Prosecutions for the SCSL. Alan White, 30 years, Defense Intelligence, recalled from retirement to head up investigations at the Special Court of Sierra Leone. Stephen J. Rapp came on board as chief prosecutor for a short time with experience investigations to the West African sub-region. And therein lies the dilemma for current African heads of state and government, but how to enter into binding commitments and obligations with the African pairs and remain steadfast, resolute, and unyielding in their fidelity to those agreements in the face of such unrelenting and punishing pressure from powerful Western leaders.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us so. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They get lies, they get steal. I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you. That's why we will tell you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So,
oh yes, this song introduces and closes Liberia's wildest nighttime radio program, Freedom Hard Talk. Let me say a very, very pleasant good morning, a good evening, good afternoon to all of you across the country. Good evening to those of you in the diaspora, our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics.
Telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say?
And even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them, it's good to be back on your radio.
The reason why we ask what
at about this time.
they have enough time, but they just step the delay. People suffer.
Just too many things to talk about. The critical needs of the Liberian people matter the most to us. And that's why we make the sacrifices. That's why we muster the courage, the bravery to provide a platform that will afford you the opportunity to speak to your leaders, and that will also see or speak to them. Nelson Mandela, he said, for to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Don't worry, I'm going to repeat that quotation from Nelson Mandela. Mandela said, for one to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains. Not to cut the chain for your foot or the chain for your hand or to remove the handcuff for you. That's not freedom. He said freedom is to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. You use us and later on abuse us. So why? What do we have on our plate tonight?
Why? But the question that we ask.
You know, when I did a post this evening, I received too many calls from, I know some are interested in it. Some wanted to know whether we have the facts. The people fool us, the people lie to us. What we can say to you is that we have a very damaging, a very damning video. A video that no parent, real father, We a mother who want to wash. Our education system is a mess. In fact, it's fast deteriorating. Former president of the Liberia Council of Churches, Bishop Kotu Brown, has spoken. Bishop Brown believes that Mr. Bwaka's government, the government that he supported, has a lot of Jonahs. A lot of Jonahs in Joe Bwaka's government. So say Bishop Kotu Brown. We have an elaborate article that we're going to go through, all of us here tonight. And so the chairman of the Unity Party is urging everybody, including Joe Bwaka. He said we should go deep into allegations surrounding Army Modav's purchase of a brand new vehicle. People who are accused must be given the opportunity to explain themselves. On today, a fresh protest began in Bombing County, my county of birth. The young people are protesting against the operations of Western Cluster. They said they're going to shut down Western Cluster operations if what is enshrined in the terms and conditions of their contract are not met. There were brief interventions by the police, but they could not stop the start of the protest. What's happening to the fight against drug in our country? Especially when it comes to the fight against the usage, the consumption, the taking in of drugs by young people. So yes, B Mountain wants to start importing cement too in the country, combine our goals, our diamonds. We gave them duty-free to import petroleum products in the country, even though we have importers here of petroleum products that they could buy from. Now they say they want to import cement. They have ran to the Ministry of Commerce for RPD and to the LRA for duty-free. Hey, Liberia, this is the country we have. Folks, those are the talking points. On today's edition of the Freedom Cash giveaway, we have big cash to give away to all of you who will be our lucky winners. People crying for hunger. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government you lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie, they corrupt the effort. Oh yes, while we do the politics, we gave out cash. And so tonight we're giving out $10,000 Liberian dollars each to each of our winners. If we have 50 winners tonight, each person would walk away with $10,000 Liberian dollars. And at the close of the show, we are giving out 50,000 Liberian dollars to a winner. Not only that, but all of our winners tonight will walk away with a back to school package. Please give me one of those bags. Let me repeat. If you play our cash giveaway tonight, why? But that's the question that we ask. As you can see, this is a sample of our back to school bag given to us by Radio Entertainment Liberia. So if you are a lucky winner tonight, You are going to walk away with this bag. Each person. In here, there are books, notebooks, pens and pencils. Anything that has to do with writing in the classroom, it is in this bag. So all you have to do for yourself is take your Lone Star Cell mobile money phone, that star 799 star 70 hash, and send. And then two options will appear to you. Option number one is requiring you to play in USD, and option number two is asking you to play in LD. Whichever option you press and enter, you wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. That's all you have to do. The process is short.
Why? The government you lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
Okay, folks, so yes, that's the stars and shape of our show tonight. My name is Austin Kawai, and our panelists will be with us tonight. We already have Randall Dubai, who has already joined us tonight, and please put the central monitor on. Let me. So Randall Dubai has already joined us tonight, and very shortly the other panelists will be joining us. Khan, Oliver Khan, Wanto Tier, Wanto, Abu Sharif, Susan might not be with us today. Mr. Gilman is joining us in a split second. Rather, you have to mute your microphone. You have to mute your microphone. Okay, so round of players, please muting from 9. So yes, so that's the size and shape. But before we want to do some money business tonight. Before we run into politics, the folks have been complaining. Somebody said I'm not too clear. For those of you watching us live, please make sure we are clear on via the radio and the live. So we know what we're doing. For those of you monitoring us via the internet, our Facebook Live, please let us know if we are clear and all of that. So, like we said tonight, we want to do catch, and it's important we do catch. We're going to start the show tonight with giving out catch. We also have our loser. Not did I say loser? Yeah, frequent player. Our frequent players. Those of you who've been playing our cash giveaway and have not been successful to win. Radio Entertainment is saying, hey, let's do X, Y, and Z. Let's give these people money just randomly. So, well, there are many of them who have received $2,500 Liberian dollars from our partners tonight. And so we're going to call some of them and speak with maybe 2, 3, 4 of them. And then we can move into the big cash prize tonight. Good evening to you. Good evening to you.
Hello.
My name is Austin Kawai. I'm calling you from Freedom FM. Man, maybe you check your Lone Star phone. You saw any message for us. We send you $2,500.
Let me somebody check it for me.
Yes, please check it. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So those are people who've been playing our cash giveaway and they've not been successful to win. Those are our frequent players. And so our partner said, let's just give these people, Austin, please give these people monies tonight, $2,500 to all of our frequent players. There's a long list here they send me, and we have to give them these monies. But we can talk to all of them tonight because we have to run into very critical discussions that are strong enough to shape the destiny of our people. So, yes, let's do catch first, and then we can come back. Don't forget that this program is proudly sponsored by Crime Stopper Liberia of Omen, Zion, and also Radio Entertainment Liberia. Hello, good evening.
How you doing?
I am okay. My name is Austin Kawa. I'm calling you from Freedom FM, and you are live on Freedom Hard Talk.
All right, that's good.
You are a frequent. Okay, Mr. Molo, you are a frequent player of our cash giveaway, and so we call you tonight to tell you that we send you $2,500 Liberian dollars for being a frequent player on the cash giveaway.
Okay, thank you very much. I saw the message already.
Okay. And thanks for supporting the work we do here.
All right, thank you.
Okay, yeah, so yes, that's one of the many frequent players who were successful to walk away with catch here tonight on the show. That's what we do here at Freedom FM. So nowhere else, nowhere, no platform does that in this country besides Freedom. That's why we are extraordinary and all of that. So yes, let's see what we can talk to. Maybe the last person from the frequent player list, and then we can move in. How it happens? The Gilman has already joined us. Hello, good evening. This is Austin Kawa. I'm calling you from Freedom FM. And you are live on Freedom Hard Talk. You are a frequent player of our cash giveaway, and so our partners have decided that we transfer you $2,500 for being a frequent player.
Okay, thank you.
I hope you have received the message.
Yeah. Thank
Okay,
you.
congratulations. So yeah, that's what we do. Rana Dubai, good evening to you. Welcome.
Thank you very much, my dear brother Austin Kawa. Thanks to the Liberian people. Congratulations to all of those who just won the Freedom Cash giveaway. And I say good evening to my people in Liberia, to my people in Tugboitan, Grangida County, and to my people on Deswa Street in Zambo Koto in Zoaju. We like to say we are glad to be on the show where we provide adequate and sufficient information, we replace perception with data-driven facts and adequate analysis. So we are glad to be on the show this evening to deeper and go into the issues as actors of the national narrative of our country.
Thank you very much, Randa Dubayu. Mr. Gilman, thanks for joining us today in time. I know your schedules are giving you to some tough time.
Absolutely.
But your commitment to this country is so huge that you're able to manage your way through and flip between time to interact with your Liberian people. Thanks for joining us.
Nothing can come between me and the Liberian people, you know. And let me say good evening to you and Brother Dobayu and the Liberian people at home and abroad. It's great to be back with you again. Yesterday, it was a very brief encounter. I was in and out, but I followed the conversation. All right, I followed it, but I didn't participate as I should. But we are here tonight, full speed, ready to deliver the goods for the Liberian people for their decision-making process. That's what you spoke about. It. That's what the platform is about. To provide information for decision-making. All right, and nothing short of that. So we are excited to be here tonight again once more.
Nothing short of that. And folks, let me say this to you. These are all researchers and investigators of different issues. So there is nothing that we want to discuss here. We discuss, I'll be short of the facts and the evidence. This is an evidence-based platform. So everything we come here to discuss, we bring the facts to you, and then we discuss. So we don't discuss and bring the facts. We bring the facts, then we discuss the facts on the facts.
Absolutely.
So the facts will be the foundation of our discussions here on Freedom Hard Talk. But so tonight, folks, we again, like we said, our partner Radio Entertainment Liberia has asked us to give out 10,000 Liberian dollars each to all of our winners, and they said the winners should be unlimited. So once you play and you are successful, you are going to walk away with 10,000 Liberian dollars. And they say at the close of the show, we should give one person 50,000 Liberian dollars, one lucky winner, 50,000 Liberian dollars. So if 100 persons play and 50 persons win, the 50th person will walk away with the 50,000 Liberian dollars. If 30 persons play and 10 persons win, the 10th person, meaning the person who is seated at number 10, will walk away with their 50,000 Liberian dollars.
Wow.
That's the rules. So, thanks to our partners, Radio Entertainment Liberia now. So, I'm going to take my time, slow down the pace, and tell you how to play tonight to be a part of our lucky winners. Then from there, we'll go into our in-house discussion with B Mountain and this UP thing, fielding on the jog usage, fight, and all of that. Now, all you have to do, just make sure you have $1.50 in US dollars on your mobile money account, or you must have 200 Liberian dollars on your mobile money account. Now, for those of you who have 200 LD on your mobile money account, or $1.70 on your $1.50 on your mobile money account, let's play together and tell you how to play. Now, what you do is you take your phone and dial *799*70#. That's all you do. Again, I repeat the short code. You dial *799*70#. Then you send. It's going to take some seconds to read, and then two options will appear to you. Option number one will ask you to play in USD, and option number two is asking you whether you want to play in LD. So let's say Liberia are our local currency now, so LD. So we say you want to play in LD, you enter number two, then you send, and you wait for a few seconds. The system will ask you to enter your mobile money password. And once you enter your mobile money password, it's a bingo. You just sitting down waiting to be called by us and say you are one of our lucky winners. So Dubai, you can tell coincidentally the two panelists that have already joined us are from the same county. So Dubai, you can call the people way there in Grange there, and Mr. Giving can also call his people there in Grange there and say,
I heard Dubai you talk about Zambo Quarter.
Yeah, but you didn't call where you from. You didn't say where you from.
No.
I'm from Zambo Quarter. Let me know English there. They call Conglo, meaning
yeah.
Zwaju, I don't have the time. We own Zwaju, and there is a popular quarter in Zwaju called Zambo Quarter. Is right in the middle of the town. So we're the town owner, we're the Conglo. So I don't have the time. I'm from the city. I'm a city boy.
City boy.
Yeah.
So you're from Zwaju. So Zwaju, there are quarters. Zwaju is divided into quarters.
Yeah. A famous quarter in Zwaju is called Zambo Quarter. Is right on there. So there where we from. We own that place. So we give our land to people. We are like the Basa people of Grange there.
Okay, folks. So I mean, so those of you asking, I see some folks asking from the US whether they can play. The only way those of you in the US can play is when you have a Lone Star Cell SIM card, and that Lone Star Cell SIM card is active, registered with mobile money.
Yeah.
Then you can play. But a local currency, two currencies, so you can play. You use a Lone Star SIM, you play, but so you have to have a Lone Star SIM card and register mobile money. That's all. Anyway, with mobile money SIM card, you can play. Yeah. So Lone Star people, they mean forget about the PR. But folks, so that's it. So let me take my time again and go over it, the short code, and then we can move into our discussion, folks. Now, I said to you, if you want to be a part of our lucky winners tonight to win either $10,000 or be the lucky winner of the $50,000 package, all you have to do is make sure you have 200 LD on your mobile money phone or $1.50 in US. Once you have that, you dial *799*70# and send. And then you wait for a few seconds. It's going to read. Two options will appear to you. Option number one will ask you, say, you want to play in USD or you want to play in LD. So if that LD you want to play in, you enter number two, then you send. Then you wait for a few seconds. Then the system will count. It will ask you to enter your mobile money password. Right. As soon as you enter your mobile money password, you finish playing. All you be doing now, waiting for us to call you, and say you are live on Freedom Hard Talk, and you play our cash giveaway, and you are one of our lucky winners on the show tonight. So you see how the system works? It's like this. Before we move into our political discussion, let me see some of the winners who drew here and see whether we can speak to this person and get their particular. Yes, and get that particular, so you understand how the system works. Now we're going to refresh the page and see. Okay, so there are lucky winners here, and then we're going to take this phone and speak to one of the lucky winners on this 088 numbers, on this 0880 number. Okay. Yeah, on this 088 number. So Kuso will take the person particular. Kuso, if this person answer, you have to write their particulars here. So we can transfer them, so they get their money transfer to them instantly. So that's how the system works here. The person phone is off. So the rules say, according to the lottery authority, they say we should call the person 3 times. Once the person phone rings 3 times and the person does not pick, the person forfeits the money, meaning we will have to call somebody else and cancel the person's number from the system. So we're trying to call the person for the second time, and then we will call for the third time. This person's number is imagine you play to win money, then your phone off. Okay, the second time, let's try again. Okay, let's try again and see whether this person will be. There are many options here, folks, so don't worry about that. Let's see whether this person's phone will ring. Okay, so it means this person is going to forfeit there, but there are other winners. So let me see. I just want you to understand how the system works so you can be playing. Okay, so there is this person. I think let me try this person on this 886 number and see whether this person will pick, and then we'll run into our discussion tonight. Okay. So this person's phone is ringing. This person's number is ringing. Let's see whether he or she picks. Hello. Good evening to you. I am okay. My name is Austin Kawai. I'm calling you from Freedom FM, and you are live on Freedom Hard Talk tonight. What is your name? Kona Kuma.
Yeah.
How do you spell your Kona? Konah. Konah.
Yeah.
Kona Kuma. How do you spell your Kuma?
Kromah.
Kromah.
Yeah.
Okay, you play our system shows that you play our cash giveaway tonight.
Yeah, play one time.
You play one time. Have you won this before?
No, I've been playing since June.
Since June. Okay. Okay, so now we won it, but today you are a winner, yeah?
Thank you.
And you won for yourself $10,000 Liberian dollars.
Wow, thank God.
Yes, and so we have your particulars here. We're going to transfer you your money very shortly. Once you receive your money, you call this number back to confirm.
Thank you.
Okay, Kona. So yeah, so that's how the system. I want to do that before we start the show, so you know how the system works. So those of you who are playing, all we have to do, go through the system, do the job. We ourselves do the jobs here with the software is here, and then we call all the winners and all of that. So again, it's 10,000 to all of our winners, 10,000 each, plus a package, back to school package. You saw the package. This is the back to school package you're seeing here. From radio REL stands for Radio Entertainment Liberia. So this is the back to school package. Everything you need in the classroom is in this bag. So we give you $10,000 plus this bag, this back to school package. So let's move. So again, yeah, the short code again is *799 *70#. That's the short code you send, and then you follow the instructions. Dubai tonight, we have, you guys are already familiar with the different talking points, but I mean, how did you what's your schedule? What's your activities like today? Since you guys are still experiencing your money out.
I thought Marco is going first, right?
No, I was talking to Dubai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
The man from
today,
Clark University.
so today, of course, it's Wednesday. It's a crazy day for me. You know the routine. I have to come on campus, engage into a lot of research. I've been researching on immigrant full access in New England, Massachusetts, and Worcester to be specific. So, been collecting data. So, after today's show, I'm going to aggregate some of the data that I've collected. So, basically, that has been my day. And of course, I have to, in the last few hours, get ready quick to prep for this fascinating issue-oriented show tonight to serve elaborate people what they deserve to hear and what they deserve to know.
Okay, Mr. Gamer.
Yeah. It's great that as the people watch and listen, they can also win some money to at least help them with some little assistance. 10,000 Liberian dollars. Somebody may say it's just $50 US, but hey, it adds up. Every drop adds up. So congratulations to that winner, Kona. Congratulations to you and the many others that will be winning later on tonight. But we want to encourage our people to listen to the show. You will learn from here for decision making. I'm excited for the topics we got to discuss tonight because it has to do with Liberia and the Liberian people and the current state of affairs in the country, the government of the day, what this government is doing. On aside from all of this, I'd like to say welcome home to my friend and brother, former Minister of Finance, Development Planning, Samuel D. Tue Jr. Hey, D. Tue, Baku. welcome, and Liberia is our home. It's good that you are back to defend yourself and let the Liberian people know that you did nothing wrong. This witch hunt is all a scam, and it has to stop. It has to stop. Yeah.
Okay, so since you brought that in, I think we are going to start from that point. Dubai, I mean, as Deputy Secretary for Records of the CDC, Samuel Tue obviously is one of your partisan. After all of the haps that yes, he was escaping justice, he was invading justice, he was on the run, and all of that, and all of the adjectives you can think about that he did not, he was guilty at charge because he was on the run or evading justice and all of that. To the surprise of many persons, even including the court system, Samuel Tue arrived in the country, I'm told, around 2 a.m. on today, 2 a.m. on Wednesday. Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. And then we proceeded to the court. He himself, along with, I saw his lawyer Arthur Johnson, and I saw him accompanied by his brother, who is also a lawyer, and some of his adversaries. I mean, what does this mean for the CDC? Yes, they fight against corruption, even though your opinions will not be a representation of the CDC. But I mean, what do you think?
Also, yes, Samuel Comrade compatriot Samuel D. Tue is a founding member of the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change, an avid lover of our party. Matter of fact, Samuel Tue was the guy who delivered the first keynote address at our first convention almost 20 years ago. And of course, when we took state power, the first independent Day speech again was delivered by him. This guy has been captured in the annals of our progression very positively. And how do I feel about his arrival? I feel like he has come to face justice. I feel like he has come to disgarment himself of that perception, that roaring perception in the community that he has stolen, he's a criminal. For me, I believe in justice. Whether you are my mom, you're my pa, you're my brother, you're my sister, once you commit crime against the state, you should face the law. What I do frown at is for people to create a draconian system, for people to create a hostile environment and dispense justice with prejudice. Justice should not be dispensed with prejudice. You cannot find the man guilty as charged, and then you want the man to subject himself to a draconian process. That is what I found again. So for men like Samuel Toe, who when we took power in 2018, the macroeconomic outlook of our country was exceedingly downward, and this men worked extremely hard to reorganize liberal macroeconomic outlook in our fiscal image. He worked hard enough as the finance minister of our country to establish the macroeconomic stability after we inherited a weak macroeconomic regime from the Unity Party government. Of course, Mr. Walker was a proponent of that government. This is the man who helped to reform the Central Bank of Liberia. He headed the economic management team and created a policy announced by President Weah, which prevented the government from borrowing from the central bank. And of course, our partners from the World Bank, they saw that to be a very vertical step in terms of fiscal discipline. So this is the Samuel Toe we are talking about. We are talking about the Samuel Toe who helped to make our exchange rate, when the moral exercise was done and people criticized it, he helped to make our exchange rate very stable for about 2 to 3 years in a row. And of course, that all happened after inheriting a broken system. We undertook a reform he led a process that undertook a reform and printed a currency in a tune of $48 billion Liberian dollar and printed a coin. That is the Samuel Toe we are talking about. A Samuel Toe today who has made the IMF to report that Liberia economic growth was well on path prior to the re-emergence of this government. A man who presided over the economy that reformed the salary of 15,000 government workers through a harmonized process, right? So Samuel Toe has paid his due. Samuel Toe has worked exceedingly hard as a patron of the state to ensure that our country survive. So you see, we went for all those years with civil service, we're taking pay. The University of Liberia today, we see that students are going there free. This was the guy, he was one of the top engineers in our policy garage, in our economic garage. So what Samuel Toe has done for this country is innumerous. You cannot come and de-image him in the name of politics because you want to undo his record. This guy who worked hard enough to ensure that 1,300 teachers were added on the payroll. This is the guy who you want to denigrate. Then those 3,500 supplementary teachers who are making 8,000 Liberian dollar, whose pay were increased by the ingenuity of Samuel Toe from 8,000 Liberian dollar to 125 USD, they will find ideal. If this man has done wrong, go and face him in the court of competent jurisdiction, not to create a draconian legal environment and subject this man to be seen like somebody who is a criminal. I'm glad he came into the country. He subjected himself to the law. The court first, the regime was they were trying to manipulate the court. They were trying to intimidate the judges from giving out bonds. But in the end, obtain a bond in the tune of 8 million. And Petra Samuel Toe is in the country today. And I can tell you this with all certainty. He will be vindicated. He will walk out of that court free. He will walk out free because he has worked for this country. He loves this country. Everything Joseph Boaka, everything the crooked Boaka and the corrupt Unity Party is doing is to just prove that they are mainstream what we call parochialism. Joseph Boaka is a parochialist leader. A parochialist leader is a leader who focuses narrowly and forget about the broader good of the society and his community. It is unfortunate that Liberia will be suffering, and Crooked Boaka doesn't focus on the bread and butter issue of the day. He focuses on true reality. He wants to fight corruption. He does not have the impetus. He doesn't have the he doesn't have the nano appetite to fight corruption scrupulously. He's doing it from the ambient of discrimination. He's doing it from the ambient of witch hunting. He's doing it from the ambient of political manipulation. So this is how I want to jumpstart the conversation tonight. And this is my initial reaction to Samuel Toe's arrival in the country.
Mr. Gibbon, the Liberian investigator is reporting that under the caption, Samuel Twe granted 8 million bail after turning himself in. Earlier on today, we heard that we read, in fact, on other some social media platforms that he was arrested and taken to the courts and all of that. Did you think? I know you already know what you want to say, but did you think he was going to? Did you see him getting or securing a bail of that amount with the level of harps that were created around this entire case and all of that?
You know, I read on I think it was somebody post uh where he said Tue was granted bail, and then one of the aides to Joseph Boyka, my friend and brother Anthony Kesseley, commented on that post and said, "So this witch hunting has been like thrown in the dustbin. It does not exist. Justice, the judicial process, must prevail." And I just laugh. All
Mr.
right,
Gabriel,
because
sorry to interrupt you, but you
yeah,
in Dubai, I mean, there's something playing in your background. You want to check up? There is something playing in your background.
yeah, maybe
Mine is mute. After talking, I mute mine. It's mute.
it might be from one of my sets here. So
Yeah. Okay. So Mr. Gabriel is making an adjustment.
I'm making the adjustment, trying to make sure everything is power off and on, so that if
Okay, we're still hearing. We're still getting the feedback. I don't know where
because
it's coming from.
I got, I got, I got, I got this show live on Gillette Hard Talk FM radio. And
Labyrinth Fee as agriculture initiative. So tell
how is
our
it? How's the
system.
output?
Yes, you are okay, Mr. Gabriel.
It's okay now.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I read that comment from Anthony Kesseley that the justice system in the country is working, and this witch hunt thing of witch hunting people or former officials has been thrown in the dustbin. I just laugh because uh they they could not have, you know, treated Samuel 12 like the way they did other people, because this guy is well versed. He understands everything, and besides that, uh, for what reason will you not grant anybody bail? All right, like they did to other people. They refused to grant them bail. Boyka is calling the judges. Grigsby is calling the judges. What his name? The advisor. What his name?
Buju Ben Keita.
Buju Ben Keita is calling the judges to throw cases out. You know, they could not have done that to Twe. So that's why you saw Twe came in and he went home. You know, it is not that the justice system is working, but he made it to work. He sought his rights and he did what he had to do. Honor the law. All right. Like Dubai, you said, nobody is against the law or availing themselves for prosecution or to face the courts for whatever crime or accusations. Nobody says they don't want that. Even Jefferson Koji, who was accused falsely in the Shalom Musu murder case and was exonerated, is today still calling on the Boyka government, the Gloria Musu folks, her 50 team of lawyers, and everybody to make sure that this little girl murder case does not go away just like that. Everybody wants justice, but it must be done within the confines of the law, not the witch hunt, and you are guilty until proven innocent, as they have done since they came to power January 22nd, 2024. You are guilty. Seditionists are guilty until proven innocent. That's not what the law says. It's the other way around. Innocent until proven guilty. They need to bring the facts and prove people guilty.
They need to bring the facts and prove people guilty. This country is an interesting place. And this place is getting interesting by the day. Interesting in my mind in a negative form. Because the unusuals are happening by the day. And it was good that I have been thinking that Minister Toy has to return to the country. I'm convinced that the allegations are feeble and politically motivated.
Absolutely.
And I believe D2 is being targeted by Joe Barker and his legs, and staying away would have presented him different in the public opinion, code of public opinions. And so it's good that he listened to some of us, and that he returned to the country and did not go to CDC headquarters, or did not go to the U.S. embassy with a placard, or did not go to Clarendon or Doe community, or a community that seems to be a base of the CDC. But he decided to go to the courts.
To the courts, yeah.
I'm also excited that he did not use one commercial taxi to pass through Africa's bull, or pass through Guinea bull, or pass through Sierra Leone bull to get smuggled into the country, but he decided to use the Roberts International Airport, showed and landed in the country as early as 2 a.m. and got in his vehicle in the presence of state security officers and all of that, and drove to his home. And early in the morning, his first agenda was to have proceeded to the court and turn himself over. Say, I've been hearing you guys say y'all got case here about me, but I'm here now. What you're saying, the court was able to familiarize him with the case and all of that, and granted him a bail. That's what responsible citizens do, to subject themselves to the law. Even in the case where we know that the system is, there are attempts to arm twist the system to satisfy the power of the day. But brave people still muster the bravery. Soldiers still muster the bravery. Generals still muster the bravery to engage those traps, those political traps, and they will walk out. That's bravery. I think in short, Mr. Toy has exercised, he has exhibited bravery. He has shown to the public and to the world what true bravery is. Nobody want to easily see this kind of trap and walk into it easily. Only brave men do that. And I must celebrate D12 for seeing the trap, the political trap, and walking into it, and walking out of it. And whatever the case, we told that I think November 12th, October 2nd or the 12th, between there, he has been rescheduled to appear before the court.
Right.
And we're going to follow and see what happens.
Before we switch the topics, the Liberian people, we have a gullible population. A segment of our population is gullible, such that they see like the sanctions imposed on these guys as a death sentence, as crimes committed. The sanctions were politically motivated. We know how they came about. All right? We know how they came about. People lobbied. They pay money to lobbyists to impose sanctions on CDC officials. All right? To make a particular person look good for the Liberian people, to vote them in. Of course, they lost. So that segment of the population believe that those guys who have been sanctioned by the United States government are devils, are rogues, are petty criminals, and they don't have a place in society. But let me say to you, to us all here, sanctions are mere accusations. They were politically motivated. People have to bring the facts, take these people to court, and present the facts against them. I read from Jake Brown, a nephew or junior brother to Senator McGill, a man who paid his dues in the American army here in America, had tours in Iraq, Afghanistan, decorated, is pleading with the United States Embassy, the United States government, to bring the facts against his uncle or his cousin, Nathaniel McGill. He's asking them to bring the facts because what they have done is hurting him, according to his post. All right.
I read that too. I read that.
Okay, so the UP government and all of those who are in the UP coalition who supported the sanctions, it's upon them now that they have power, they have connections to bring the facts against this guy, prosecute them in the court of law, not in the court of public opinion anymore. You use propaganda to have these people sanctioned. Now you have the power. It's only important, it's only necessary that you present the facts or you prosecute them. Simple as that. Simple as that. That's what you need to do. That's what good government will do. But you can't silence these people or throw them in the dustbin and say because they were sanctioned and they don't have no place in the Liberian body politic. That's a blinking lie.
Okay, that's a blinking lie there. So we can transition to something else. But I see. Hello, let's hear this person. Hello.
I just my 10,000.
Sorry.
I just received my 10,000.
Okay, congratulations to you again. You say you received what, 19?
Very much.
How many thousand you say you received?
10,000.
Oh, I thought you said 19,000. I'm going to say that mistake.
It's from somewhere else, eh?
Yeah. Okay, 10,000. Congratulations again, Conan.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So today I got a call from Grand Gita. It's good that the both of you are from Grand Gita. I got a call from Grand Gita today from an older lady. I don't know her, but from the voice, you could tell that she was a mother.
Yeah.
A concerned mother, you know. And she said, Austin, all our politics you can be talking. I want to call you. I've been following you from way Prime FM days. Then I realized it was somebody who had really been following me. She said, from way Prime FM days, all your politics you can be talking. Something dangerous is happening in this country that all of you, the journalists, the talk show hosts, the advocates, the politicians that you're not talking about or you're paying attention to. She said, also, you can't grind it. I say go in the bush. You can't in the city where you is. She just sit down one place and just watch the movements of young people. She said the children are killing themselves with a thing they call jog. When a zombie that cooch, they're taking in what they call the grass and all of that.
Wow.
In Grand Bassa, I think it is even worse because I was in Grand Bassa on yesterday. I know what we heard and I know what we saw in Grand Bassa.
Austin, let's make some adjustment. Civilized Bella Boy is saying that they're not hearing us on the radio.
The radio, we have a radio monitor. The radio monitor is clear from our end, and the live feed is also clear from our end.
Okay,
so
great.
Civilized Bella Boy, yeah, I'm seeing his post, but I don't know. Let's see. Let's check the radio again and see.
Right.
Okay, yeah. Somebody sent me text and said, "Austin, you guys are very low as well." So maybe we should increase the volume from here and see whether it's going to be okay for the radio people. So we'll monitor from the radio end and see whether we are good. But so let's see whether we can make that adjustment here. Okay. Civilized, better ball. You guys are clear. Okay, you guys are very, very clear in Masuralo. We can okay. 2 persons on civil last say we are clear in
Yeah,
Masuralo, and I think our monitor, our system here
I think
also is also telling us
Bella
that we're
Boy is
clear.
from Liberia. He's talking about 87.9.
Yes, and Steven Sla is
Steven
saying
Sly
you
is
guys are
watching
very,
the
very
video from
clear in.
Minnesota.
Oh, okay, Minnesota, and then
Yeah.
Yasa Zina is saying you
Yes,
guys are
Zina, the
clear.
same thing from
It's
the
in.
States.
Yes. So we need feedback from people who are in Monrovia, who
Who are
are
in
in
Liberia
Masurado.
listening to the radio, the traditional radio.
Yeah, I mean the real 87.9. We want people
Yeah,
to talk to us who are listening to 87.9
87.9.
and not the
Bella Boy,
Facebook
what are you
live.
listening to? Are you listening to the radio or you listening to Facebook? Let Bella Boy come in.
Yes,
If he's
maybe
listening to
so.
Facebook, then he got to restart his gadget.
The internet, okay, so Civilize Better Boss said the internet is clear, but the radio is low. Okay, so let me see what we can make. Afra is saying, Brother Kawa, good evening. The station is being jammed. No, I don't think the station is being jammed. I don't rush into that conclusion.
Right.
But 2 other persons messaged me telling me the station is jamming from their end, is grinding
It's
from
grinding.
their end.
Wow.
So the monitor out there is good. Yeah, so it's possible the monitor out there could be good because the monitor is right in our facility, and
Right. Right.
I think this person, let's see this person. Please talk to this person. Let's see whether there's a feedback because the radio, no offense to all of you, but the radio is the biggest audience. Is okay? Okay. Okay, Mr. Gamer, you want to check your volume
Sekou
from your side?
Douglas says you guys are clear on the radio.
Mr. Gamer, you want to check the volume from your side? Let's see.
It's good. It's good. I'm monitoring everything right here on my set. I don't have anybody complaining from the
I think the
online
feedback is
radio.
good now. The feedback should be good now because Mr. Gamer just read and they said they're getting us clearly.
Yeah, Sekou Douglas said you guys are clear on the radio.
Okay, yeah, because somebody said Austin, Mr. Gilman, and the other guy are coming in low, but you are loud.
Yeah.
So
Joseph Bawie.
okay, so let's see. So I will allow Mr. Gilman and Dubai to talk again, and then we'll get
DTV
feedback from
online
the
say
public.
it's not true. He says Sekou Douglas is not true.
Yeah. So Kawa, you want us to
Leonard Cooper said the radio is clear from South Beach community. DTV, the radio is grounding. Yeah.
DTV is screaming our broadcast live, so they said the radio is grounding. Mr. Gilman is coming in low from Mary Tule. Ezekiel Johnson is saying, "Good evening, you guys are clear." So it's a whole competition. One group is saying we're clear, one group is saying we're not clear. Mr. Gilman, but what is true is that I'm coming in clearly for them, and then Mr. Gilman and Dubai is coming in very low.
I just increased my volume on the set here on my microphone volume.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hope this should be good for us at the moment. So Kuso will be monitoring the live, the comments on the live, and we encourage all of you also to please please
take care of that.
So all of you please check your different monitors too you're using to follow us, and let's see whether you are okay from your end. Maybe
Kamara
it could be
says it's
problem
okay
for your
now.
monitors.
Aliu from Belgium says it's okay now.
Okay, so let's think about it. So I was in Grand Bassa as well, and I experienced practically similar thing. We had the chance to visit 3 to 4 different ghettos where the kids are not even afraid to even mow the grass in your presence. They are not afraid to sniff in the different thing they take,
right.
And right here in Monrovia, parents have been saying, for example, hey, Austin, we support the government fight against drug, especially the usage of drug. But the government, do they take police officers and go to the ghettos and break down the ghettos and chase the consumers of the drug? It's not enough. So after you break down, you destroy the ghettos and you chase them out, where do they go? They run into the communities.
They do.
What's next? And this thing is very important. And as part of our in-house, we thought to bring this to the public, so we have a conversation about this and see what all of us think about the fight against drug in our country. And I'd like for Mr. Gilbert to start the conversation. We can. I think Mr. Gilbert will give you 5 minutes to lay your thought on this, and then Dubai will follow.
Yeah, thank you. The issue of drugs, you know, when people are not in position of trust, they can say anything, they can do anything, and that is called propaganda. Okay. We are noticing in the budget, the national budget, the health budget has been reduced. You listened to our friend and brother yesterday, Attorney Isaac Jackson. He was very emphatic, categorical, and you can add all the adjectives, the pleasant adjectives. This government, there are videos with Joseph Boakai and his cohorts talking about the drugs in the country and all of that. They've been in power 8-9 months. What have they done to eradicate the drugs out of the country? What have they done? We are witnessing the Sierra Leone government allegedly arresting a plane with 4 Spanish or Mexican, Spanish-speaking people on the plane, and they said they came from Liberia, allegedly. But according to the Sierra Leone government, they searched the plane, they found nothing. So if that plane came from Liberia as alleged, did they dump a load in Liberia? And what kind of load did they empty in Liberia? How did they leave our airspace? How did they even get to fly out of Liberia? Okay? Are we going to sit silent supinely and say, because the Sierra Leone government said they didn't find anything, so it's okay? When we have heard about the president's son is dealing in drugs. Okay? So what has to be done here is this Unity Party government have got to come strong and think about the future of this country, our young people.
When you say come strong, what do you mean, Mr. Given? When you say they have to come strong, what do you mean?
They have to make funds available. They have to institute programs. Darius DeLong campaign on taking Zogos off the street. Now he has Yumli as president pro tem, and they are all in the Unity Party coalition. So what is their programs to get the drugs out of the street, to get folks out of the streets? What is the program? Okay, what is the program? Yesterday, Dubai, you said this government have not even launched any developmental agenda, any program. They have not broken ground for anything. They talk about 10,000 people for ITC program. Okay, how much money is there? Look at the budget for health, for training. Nothing is there. But you have $1 million for what is it, miscellaneous? Yeah. You have $1 million for miscellaneous. What are they going to spend that? You have $900,000 for, I don't know. It's sad. But, we ourselves If the government can't do it, the community can do it. The people in the community, families, friends, need to begin talking to their relatives, their loved ones. People know who are doing the drugs. People know their children are involved with doing drugs. People know their nephews, their nieces are involved with taking in drugs. They know, they see them do it. So they need to caution them and try to find help for them. All right? They need to. And let me say something here. Because when I was in Liberia for the last time I was there for 4 months, September to January, one of my young nephew was involved with drugs. His mom came crying to me and said, "Hey, my son, please help my son. Whatever you can do." And I took that young man, I brought him to my hotel, I sat him down, talked to him one-on-one. And he said, "Uncle Michael, if you help me, I will not go back to drugs." Okay? I said, a lot of people in the family have given up on you, that you will go back to drugs. I'm willing to invest in you so that you don't go back, and don't make me shame.
It's not about you investing in him or one person. We want to look at the collective.
What I'm saying here,
the collective approach that the system that
the
campaign.
system.
Now there are two different things here. Mr. Gilbert campaign on something else. The current system campaign on something else. Now, what is the
people are saying that I'm
doing?
coming in very bad. Maybe I need to log out and come back in.
Yeah, Mr. Gilbert, I think you have to log out and come back in because too many persons are saying you come in low. So
Yeah.
Dubai, you will take off from there, and then Mr. Gilbert will adjust and
Yeah.
return, and then he will continue with his point.
Yeah, let me come back in.
So Dubai, you already have the concept about the conversation.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, what the government campaign on, and what Liberians are experiencing, especially so when they think about the fight against drug and all of that, was included in the first 90-day deliverables of the government.
So Austin, this is the most useless government ever. Austin, why do you want to miss your word? This is the most useless government ever. Even Charles Taylor had the Vision 2024, and it was tangible. I asked a few days ago that this government has no development agenda. Nobody has challenged me. For almost a year, a group that claims to be educated, because and they're smart at doing this. Because if they have an RS agenda, which is physical, available, and tangible, we can say, session days of your development agenda says this. Nothing is available. On the issue about the drugs, these guys created an artificial just war in Liberia during the elections. They had all the billboards. They inflated and overinflated job proliferation in the country. It made it seem like out of every 10 person, 8% were taking jobs in Liberia. That's how they made it seem. And they made it seem that as soon as Crooked Joseph Boaka and Corrupt United Party, once they were elected, everything will go in a blink of an eye. Today, almost a year, you got a vast majority of our population still dying from jobs. Now, you see the issue raised by Gilman? I'm surprised the media has not picked up this. For a counterpart in the sub-region, Sierra Leone, we in Sierra Leone, we are in ECOWAS, we are in the Mana River, and we are in the Ravas International, the Ravas flight arrangement. We got the three-country arrangement in terms of flight, right? The Sierra Leone authority wrote on the 20th of September complaining that a ghost flight came from Liberia to Sierra Leone, and there were several elements of this ghost flight. The reason why this flight, knowing about this flight is important, one could ask, is it possible it is this ghost flight that is dumping the drugs in the sea and people taking it, bringing it on shore? Is it possible with the argument that there are Russian missionaries coming in the country and Liberia is becoming a conduit for illicit drugs activity, money laundering, and missionarism? Why are we really concerned about this aircraft? The Sierra Leone government said the flight did not fly from any recognized airfield in Liberia. Yet it came from Liberia. The aircraft did not have any landing permit, and it did not contact the air traffic control in Sierra Leone. It just landed overnight from Liberia. Now, the government is not even bothered that an aircraft in the midst of the just crisis, in the midst of the Russian doing business in Liberia, in the midst of illegal movement and people coming to terrorize a citizen, small arm proliferation, just proliferation. Our government is clueless and careless about what is happening. The DEA, for almost 3 months now, 4 months, the bosses there, they were fighting because of greed. Crooked Joe has not taken an action. This tells the Liberian people that this old crooked man and his corrupt unity party, they have no agenda for our country. The only agenda they have is to de-image our country. Today, the Sierra Leoneans are telling us that, in fact, our airplane said they could not call because there is a radio technical failure. The Sierra Leone authority made available some technicians. When they went to check it, they realized the radio working, and there was no technical issue. And the crew members there, they refused to submit their document to the Sierra Leone authority. And after they asked and repeated it, they did not submit it. They lied that they could not speak English. Later on, it was determined that they could speak English. So Joseph Boakai is corrupt government, Crooked Boakai is corrupt government, his corrupt plutocratic unity party. They are not moved out of these things. Now, Austin, to make matter worse, not a single statement has been issued by the Liberia Aviation Authority. Not a single statement has been issued by the immigration. Because every person entering Liberia and leaving, the immigration should be aware. Not a single statement has been issued by the Ministry of Transport, because the air traffic is by extension under the Ministry of Transport. This is concerning not just on the issue about jobs, but the issue about national security. This is concerning because it is telling you and myself that we are not safe in Liberia. So I'm not surprised the issue about jobs, but I'm concerned about where the jobs coming from. The fact that a ghost plane is coming to Liberia and leaving Liberia under that dubious circumstances, one could reasonably insinuate, okay, you putting this all right. So let audience see. Let audience see like Austin said, we do not manipulate issues here. This is a communication from the aviation authority, the government of Sierra Leone, and it has been almost 10 days of Kawa and fellow Liberians. The Liberian government has not uttered a single statement on this. So how are we even safe in our country? How are we even safe? This is alarming. This is alarming. It is a threat to national security. Mostly, it's a violation of major international laws. Liberia could be sued by Sierra Leone. Liberia could be sued by Sierra Leone because the action on the part of our government is colossal recklessness, is glamorous carelessness. That is what that has been displayed by our government, to have a flight which is perceived to have done drugs in the forests of Liberia, leaving Gori in Sierra Leone in almost 10 days. Your government cannot utter a statement. What serious government do we have? Why is Crooked Joe embarrassing Liberia? Why is the corrupt United Party government embarrassing our country? This is alarming. I'm surprised that the media is not talking about this. I'm surprised that the government has not made a statement, and then we see people dying of jobs. It would not be surprising to me to know that this ghost plane has been the plane dumping jobs here and there, and it's getting our kids and our children mad. This is what I have.
And Dubayu, this is what you're referring to, and I think it's important that we read this from the Ministry of Information of Sierra Leone, Information and Civic Education of Sierra Leone, the government of Liberia, Sierra Leone. So on the 23rd, the government issued a public announcement under the caption "Unauthorized landing at Freetown International Airport. Update on investigations." That means they have started an investigation, and this is an update.
Right.
They said on Friday, 20th of September 2024, a 14-seater aircraft made an authorized landing at the Freetown International Airport flying from Liberia to Mexico. They're not assuming, they're not saying allegedly flying from Liberia. They're saying flying from Liberia to Mexico.
To Mexico.
They said airport authorities immediately mobilized and started investigations on the aircraft. 4 people were found on board, including the captain. 3 of those found are Mexican nationals, and the fourth carries a Spanish passport. The Sierra Leone government, the Sierra Leone Civil Aviation Authority, security forces, and the Office of National Security have since taken over the technical and security investigation. That's how grave it is.
Right.
That is turned over to Secret Service to investigate. Listen to the preliminary investigations. They said it revealed the following. The aircraft did not fly from any recognized airfield in Liberia. That's what Dubai was referencing.
Yeah.
The aircraft did not have a landing permit and did not contact the air traffic controller at the Freetown National Airport before landing, which is a violation of the civil aviation law. The aircraft was flying under a fake registration number with the parts of the registration number similarly scratched off. The crew claimed they had radio failure before landing. A technical inspection revealed that the radio was working. How is not working? After technical inspection, they say the radio, everything working.
Everything working.
Crew members also refused to submit their documents to Sierra Leone officials, despite officials repeatedly asking. They said they can't submit their documents. The flight captain, who claimed he does not speak English, later spoke English and revealed that he was paid $20,000 to do the trip from Liberia to Mexico. Now, what is next for the Sierra Leone authority? They said, after a thorough search, police found nothing suspicious on the flight. All 4 people found on the aircraft have now been handed over to the Sierra Leone police for further investigations. 2 air traffic controllers are also among those moved to the Criminal Investigations Department for further questioning, taking the total number of people on investigations to 6. The aircraft has been closed and the keys handed over to the Aviation Authority. Police and army personnel are guarding the aircraft. Folks, this is what you're referring to Dubai, right?
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. And just to lay my thought before Gilman and you make the analysis. See how the Sierra Leone government has attached significant attention and resources to this.
Yeah.
Liberia, which is a country of embarkment, has displayed no symptoms of seriousness. Liberia seems to be extremely unbothered, not even moved by the news that a ghost plane just left your country. That is what is bothering me. And coincidentally, while this conversation is ongoing, we see drugs proliferating in the country. One who is logically inclined could conclusively insinuate that the fact that this plane is leaving Liberia airspace and just coming into the country in multitudinous proportion, one could adequately conclude that this may be the cause for the jaws. Now, more embarrassingly, the fact that your government is displaying no appetite, no inner desire to talk about this, we can easily say the government is aware until they prove that they are not aware.
Not just that they are aware.
Okay, Mr. Gibbon. Mr. Gibbon, you can come in now. You can continue. You can end your 5 minutes. I think you went 3, and then you had to leave in the 10 minutes. So
absolutely.
You can conclude.
Right. I hope we are loud and clear from our viewers that follow him and those on the radio as well. not only that the government is conspicuously silent, but their inaction on this of suspicious aircraft simply says that the connection or whatever brought that aircraft to Liberia has nothing to do with a sedition or former official of the CDC-led government, or you could say people in the opposition today. It has nothing to do with them. That people in this government are aware of that aircraft, and that's why they don't want to say anything about it, because when you haul rope, rope will haul bush. You remember how they told a big lie on the real rescue mother, Finabondo, about drugs at Roberts International Airport, and they ran with it and said a whole lot of things. Okay? It's something similar here. But this one has all of the tentacles of complacency and cahoot, connivance, that they are working together to ensure that this does not come out. How can a sovereign government like the Republic of Sierra Leone government, named Liberia, in such a deal or such a player, whatsoever that is, an unnoticed plane flying from Liberia to Mexico? All right, what does that say to our international partners, especially the United States of America, that has a border with Mexico, where the drugs come from in this country? All right, what does it say? That Liberia is a transit point for drugs, and that this government is doing everything possible to make sure that there's safe passage of drugs in the country. All right, a plane left Liberia and is empty out upon search by the Sierra Leone authorities, and our government have not said anything about it. They are complacent, they are silent, and they expect it to go just like that. It's sad. To finish up on what I was saying, Austin, it is not about just my nephew. I was trying to say that we can all have a role to play in people's lives. I was trying to emphasize that these young people that are involved with drugs, they didn't come out of the clear blue skies. They have families, they have friends, they have relations. All right. My nephew was encouraged by his girlfriend and some of his friends. And what did he do when we talked to him? He left that girlfriend. He abandoned the friends. He began treatment. And I saw the young man was coming back to himself. To this day, whenever I talk to him, I say, "Don't make me shame." He said, "Oh my God, I'm not going to make you shame." He's okay. All right. People just need that connection, that comfort, that assurance. They need support. Some of these young people doing it because they got no support system. And the government that's supposed to help them, the government that ran on that George Weah government is a drug government. They're bringing in drugs. They're giving people drugs that zombie or that kush. They're calling people kush. Now we got zombie. We got airplanes. We got trucks. We got everything coming in the country. Nobody is saying anything about it. So, we have work to do.
And I like the way you concluded that we have work to do. And we have a huge work to do as a country. Listen, Joe Boaka is in a big mess. Even though I agree that even Joe Burger himself is a mess, but imagine a mess being in a big mess. A mess will look for the rare, people looking for flow rare to wipe all the mess that the children of people waste in our spill over in the house and things. So you're looking for people to But imagine the mess is also in a big mess. That's the current case with Liberia, especially so with the fight against drug. You have Joe Burger and two or other children on the other side interacting doing drug business. You have Joe Burger, other son, and other friends on the other side doing money laundering and black money business. So money laundering, drug trafficking, and all that. You have Mama Kabete on the other side is trading at the biggest or the highest level.
Yes, she is.
Let's say some things to them that we have not said before.
Absolutely.
Look, folks, Joe Burger, Lima Bowie said something one time. Lima Bowie said she described the Unity Party and Joe Burger's selection as candidate for the president as a Humpty. She said Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
And you people ran after her, but Lima Bowie was seeing what we are discussing today. A Humpty Dumpty, people, those of you who do not know, a Humpty Dumpty is just a moped. People can mimicking something. So you swing it so it goes so, you swing it so it goes so, because it does not have the capacity to operate, to run itself, to operate itself. So it depends on people to pull tie rope on the hand, the two hands on the neck to be moving and all of that. So that's the case with, and that's exactly what Joe Burger is in our presidency.
Right.
So do you all know that the first thing is it is established that Liberia has become a transit point for drug trafficking. That one is established. All the security institutions in our country are aware that Liberia is a transit point for drug. They are aware. Nobody can dispute that. That's one. Two, hey, those yellow machines that those guys, besides drug trafficking and money laundering, Joe Burger and Mama Kabete, some of them are ignorantly working with the Russians, and some of them are maybe not ignorant, but knowing it or knowing it yet. That's the word. Some of them are knowingly working with the Russians, and some of them are unknowingly working with the Russians to do a lot of things in this country.
Do a lot of things, yeah.
The kids with the yellow machines, there are many people who do not know why those yellow machines went into the barracks to get offloaded. Nobody from the security sector will tell us that, hey, arms were not found in the yellow machines and offloaded from those yellow machines. Nobody from the security sector will tell us that lie. Arms were offloaded from those yellow machines. They were found in the yellow machines and offloaded from those yellow machines. That's why they took the yellow machines from the port straight to the barracks.
Yeah,
because we wanted to offload. Look, we have to be serious in this country, and we have to look into Burger face and say, Mr. Burger, hey, we know that you are old, you do not have the capacity and everything, but hey, you won't spoil yourself, everything, don't spoil our country.
Don't spoil our country. Right.
Some of you may not be in the know that recently a plot to stage a coup in Guinea was being orchestrated right in this country called Liberia.
Wow.
Right in this country.
But Yeka Koluba spoke about it, right?
Yes, a plot to stage a coup in Guinea was orchestrated right in Bouakas, Liberia, in this country. Going to that plane is a game. That plane has a deep secret.
It has a deep
secret. In this country are aware. They know this. They know that plane operation. One of the generals in Guinea who was arrested in Liberia. Imagine a general in Guinea came to Liberia according to them making the plane coup. Our security people were not even sensitive enough to investigate the man and establish whether that guy was not escaping from assassination in Guinea and came to Liberia for rescue. The men landed in Liberia, they arrested him, and they said he was plotting to stage a coup in Guinea. What did our security people do? The junta in Guinea sent a flag here. Are we sure that was not a flag?
Right.
Send a flag here, they bungle that man, and packaging and placing in that flat the same Guinea. Back. Wow. And I'm receiving reliable information that the flat we are talking about was a flat that was actually chartered by assassins, Russian, Mexican, and Spanish assassins that flew that guy we're talking about all over the country under the pretext that they were carrying him back to Guinea. So there's no information available of the whereabouts of the fellow we're talking about. So we need to start pushing the government.
Did it dump him in the sea?
That's the question. Because Sierra Leone is saying clearly that, hey, they have every reason to believe that they're flagging from Liberia. They are not alleging. They are not alleging.
No, they are not.
Say the flag came from this country. Where is the Guinean army general that was arrested in this country?
Right.
That was accused of plotting to overthrow the Guinean junta leader down there. Where is he? We need to ask the question. Liberia is a signatory to a lot of treaties in the global treaties. You can't just boggle somebody because one junta leader accusing of playing a coup, and then you boggle him or pull him in charter flag and send him back to the country for assassination. We can do that. Besides the fact that our system is vulnerable to people who can come from Spain, people come from Mexico, people come from different places, and just fly over our country, land in another country. What do we know? What can we think of? There are too many things possible. Drug trafficking is highly possible. Armed trafficking is highly possible. Human trafficking is highly possible. Money laundering is highly possible. Those are global crimes that anybody engaged can be prosecuted anywhere in the world. And we're still sitting here putting $100,000 on Joe Burger credit card to carry in America to go shopping and sleep all day. And we think we're running a country. See the kids in the street, Mr. Gilman. The kids in the street, they walk in the street every day. They are intoxicated. They are infused with all kinds of dangerous substances that are making them brave to walk to you in the next. So at 4 p.m., some people cannot even go home. Some rushing to go home because they do not want to get attacked. This thing make the kids brave. They take knives. And on the other side of the government, we are allotting nothing to the DEA to fight drug. We are allotting nothing to the health sector to help in rehabilitating these kids that are taking drugs. So we are not fighting the importation of drugs. We're not empowering DEA to fight the importation. We are not empowering the immigration to fight the importation. We are not empowering LRA to fight the transiting and all of that. We are not empowering any institution that is supposed to help us in fighting the importation of drugs. We are also not empowering the health system that is supposed to help us in rehabilitating people who are using drugs, who were using drugs before. So how are we fighting drugs? What are we fighting drugs? Yeah. What is the program available to us? Tobayu said the government cannot boast of any formal rating program to address any concern in this country.
Nothing.
And that's a reality. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
No rating program, no formal program to address anything in the country. Anybody can walk to anywhere and buy tramadol or buy kush and anything. Once you pay the security sector, anything they allow you pass through, or once you have your contact in the executive mansion, you pass your market through and you come and trade. And we're being cosmetic about this thing and say we're fighting drugs. We're not fighting drugs. We are breeding more criminals in the country.
Absolutely.
We are breeding more instability. And on part of these things, people say they're dismissing people from jobs. Okay, you dismiss them, they go and sell drugs. They go and take drugs. So we have no program to address it. You go to the ghettos. You carry police officers. They break down and burn the ghettos. The kids run into the communities.
Mm-hmm.
What happened
with them?
The program ends. Once they break down the ghettos, burn the ghettos, the kids run into the communities or into the street, the fight ends. Nothing is done again.
Nothing.
After 2-3 days, they go back, rebuild the ghettos. They spend maybe 1-2 weeks there, 1 month, 2 months. The police go back there, they burn it down, the kids run into the community again. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
So we're in a cycle of doing nothing and pretending like we're doing something to fight drug. Mr. Given, this is scaring for our country. And for the first year, I can safely say to all of us and all of you listening to us that the government has desperately failed in the fight against everything, in addressing anything, everything in this country. The government has failed in addressing everything.
Austin, one of our talking points on here tonight is the educational system in the country.
I think at the next place, right? Are you ready for that, Austin?
Mr. Kevin, let's just do 1 more minute or 2 minutes each on this B Mountain thing, and then we'll run into this education thing because it's very, very key.
It's related to this.
B Mountain is running to now. As we speak, there's a vessel on sea waiting to dock at the ports of Morovia. B Mountain was given a duty-free license to import HFO to run their mounts. B Mountain and the duty-free is the what is in the contract is that it is free. It's open. They say all materials relative to their essential to their operations. So B Mountain is using that clause, all materials essential to their operations, to go now and start importing cement in the country. They spend the entire day at the LRA today begging Samoa. I'm calling his name here. Begging Samoa, who is the custom commissioner, begging him to grant them duty-free, to approve that duty-free.
Right.
And we are relying to that Samoa is refusing to grant B Mountain duty-free to import cement because they do not have essential needs to import cement at that level. Also, they went to the Ministry of Commerce, asking Ministry of Commerce for RPD. We're told with the whole car bidding that Army Moda is in, he doesn't want to get into another controversy. So B Mountain is locked or stuck between LRA and Commerce to secure RPD and duty-free. They want to import cement. Initially, when the duty-free was given for fuel, for gas, for HFO and all of that, they went ahead also and started importing their own trucks to truck their products to their mount, to their operation site. The truckers, you don't have issues. Say, no, we have trucks here. We have tankers here. You can import your fuel and then hire the local truckers or the local tankers to transport your products to your site. But you can bring in tankers, you bring in trucks, you transporting your own materials. And how do we make money? That the government ignore. Today, they are importing their own fuel products and transporting their own products. Then they're coming now to say they want to start importing cement. They're not even building decent homes in the place there for the people. So what are they going with the cement? Gentlemen, so this is the concern. We thought to clear this thing in-house while we gather detailed information from the NRA and the Ministry of Commerce. But I think we can make 2 minutes or 1 minute 30 seconds comment on this, and then we can move into our education topic.
Absolutely. You know, where is B Mountain? Western Cluster, right?
In Cape Mount. Yeah,
Cape
Western
Mount.
region.
The Western region. Yeah. All of these things are happening as a result of the government we have today. B Mountain started off with Unity Party government, correct? The Shelley Walker government.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Braga took over, and B Mountain is operating the way she is operating. What happened the last time when citizens went to protest B Mountain? What happened to them? They were brutalized, they were murdered, correct?
Yeah, yes.
And the government denied it, but then decided to pay each family member that lost a relative or loved one $5,000. Some people receive it, some people deny it. They say they don't want it because $5,000 was not enough for their family member that were brutally murdered. What happened to that case? Is there any investigation? Is anybody being punished? So, I saw a video of a young man, I think from Nima. You are either in a tree when he videotaped the accelerometer train carrying the iron ore, a very long train, the buckets on that train carrying the iron ore. Then I listened to Senator Edwin Snow on the maiden edition of the program here, talked about the passage given to B Mountain to transport her ore to the port on the existing road and not building a train track or building a road. He talked about the bridges are being spoiled, the roads are being damaged, and all of that.
Even Joe Barker has complained about that.
Yeah, but it is the same Joe Barker government that stopped them, say until you do something, you're not going to transport anything. It's the same government that gave them the authorization again to transport. So these people will come with one thing in the right hand and another thing in the left hand. Like they said, they come with a Bible, but they got shovel and diggers and excavators in the back. They came to do gold diamond business, and here they are jumping into oil, gasoline. Who knows what else they may jump into? All right, and you have a government that is complacent, that is doing nothing, allowing these things to happen. All right. I don't know, man. But
Dubai, are you there? Are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, let's do 1 second. 1 minute 30 seconds on this B Mountain thing, then we'll get moved.
I know B Mountain. I've regulated B Mountain. I know how reckless they are. I know their appetite, their deep appetite in terms of violating the laws. I know B Mountain for that. But what I do not know, I don't know the citizen desire to want to be strong. First thing, there's a breach of contract. It's a breach of their money and money development agreement, their MDA. First thing, there must be a ground for conversation. There is no ground for conversation. It's a waste of pressure time for Samoa to even accommodate them in his office. Because on what ground? What's the legal reliance? What's the basis? So because you have an agreement that says in order essential in mining operation, the government is fully aware that you're about to exploit gold at a large scale, because B Mountain and MG Gold, they are they into one, they are one company, but these are the class A large scale industrial mining group that we have in Liberia. They're aware that when you come in mine, you will bring in machinery, and they know the local market in Liberia we do not produce machine. So under the law, when they tell you in other materials, they are not telling you to divorce or transgress from the spirit and intent of your law, because the cement is a whole new generation of operation. It's a different set of operation all by itself that another company in Liberia is engaged to. So the essence of investment is for money to circulate in the economy, is for one set of business to need another set of business. So we have cement in Liberia. So what will be the essence? What will be the profit of Semenco and SEPT brother? Because now SEPT brother has the
steel factory.
Yeah, the steel factory. They have they go ahead to produce cement. That's a two cement producing company in Liberia. Other company, cement is one of those commodities that got less monopoly. So those people that are producing cement locally, if you will import cement B Mountain, then what's the essence? Nobody else is digging gold on a larger scale in Liberia.
No.
But because the guys feels Jojo is in their pocket, They got a few. Crooked Joe is in their pocket. In fact, Crooked Joe has been doing business with B Mountain. His children are doing business with B Mountain. This corrupt guy called Great State. Great State, when they were in, he was at the Ministry of Foreign. I'm not foreign, but Ministry of State when B Mountain was initially signed around 2012.
Right.
So he has his corner. He has his colleagues within the system of B Mountain. So Austin, I don't want to waste my time. For this one, some all will come down and go protest. You know, I run a massacre Dubai, right? I got a little massacre which tell you my vile lineage. I got some, so yeah, I got some relationship with Green Cape County. So we will go. It's not going to happen. But it's good you are raising this early alarm. It's good we need to talk about it. But people, in fact, the courage is an insult to our sovereignty, insult to our national laws, insult to the legislature, to the legislative body of our country, because that is a concession. If you want to, because don't get me wrong, if you want to create competition in the market, if you love the Liberian poor so much that you wanted to have access to cement, then go and apply, go and ask for access to concession. Let the Liberian poor benefit, but you cannot be coming on the conduit. And the reason why they're behaving like that, I'll say, is simple. These foreign people are bringing in their own fuel oil in the country.
Yeah.
These foreign people, so because they're bringing in their own fuel oil in the country and they're creating sub-market in the country, they think they can divert from one sub-market to another sub-market. That is the tactic of B Mountain, and this is not going to work. Now, it will not work not because of Crooked Joe. It will not work not because of Amin Muda. Of course, somebody says it's overweight. Not because of Amin Muda. It will not work not because of the former integrity icon or I got Double Jala. He's a former integrity icon. Integrity glamour has been muddied by the fact that he's even involved in. He's not a new PRO for Amin Muda on the 120,000 car. This will not work not because of these people, not because of the useless government of Crooked Joe and Corrupt Unity Party. This will not work when the Liberian people collectively amalgamate all efforts, galvanize the forces, and tell the government enough is enough. This is how this is going to work. Thank you very much.
No doubt.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Can we let's take a break, and let's take a water break, and then we can be back from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. When we come back, we'll run into this video. We said to you, the video is very damning. Those of you who are about to watch the video, if you cannot, it's good that there's a narration in the video. Some of you could get broken down by maybe the sorrowful nature of the story that has been told or that has been explained in that video. But some parents will get broken down when they watch the video. So we'll come back from our sponsor, from this word from our sponsor, and then we talk to one of our many winners, and then we run into this conversation of the education sector. Let's take this break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community. You can see. So if you see crime, don't report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsaya.
Crime Stopper. safety to your door. Stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's coming down for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door.
Okay, thank you. Let's take that one down. From Crime Stopper Liberia, our major partner here on the show of Omen Sim Science. Let's talk to this person. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
Okay. What is the name, please? My name is Austin Kawai, and I'm calling you from Freedom FM, and you are live on Freedom Hard Talk.
My name is Fata Masale.
How do you spell your Sata?
Fata.
How do you spell it?
F-A.
S-A. T-T-A.
Yeah.
Masale.
Yeah. F-A-S-S-A.
M-A-S-S-A-L-A-Y. M-A-S-S-A-L. M as in money. M-A-S-S-A-L-A-Y. Okay, Sata Masale.
Fata Masale.
I got it. I got the name. Your name is Sata.
No, not Sata. Fata.
F-A-T-T-A.
F-A-T-T-A.
Oh, okay. Fata Masale.
Yeah.
F-A-T-T-A. Fata Masale. Okay, we call you to tell you that our system show that you play a cash giveaway. So your number appear in our system. What's the last digit of the number?
My last digit is 0886.
No, you don't. You call your phone number. Okay, just forget it. The fact that you play already, and our system shows that you are a winner. It's no problem. You are one of our lucky winners tonight. So we call to say congratulations. You've won for yourself $10,000 Liberian dollars.
Thank you.
And thank you for playing our cash giveaway. Okay, very shortly we are going to transfer you your money, and you can call the number back to confirm that you received the money.
Okay.
This number we're calling you. Okay. Fanta Masade. So yes, we can go back. So once you're done, we can let's welcome the brothers back to the show, and then you can cue that video for us. Dubai, welcome back. Mr. Gilman, welcome back. So
No
we're
doubt.
trying to cue that video for us from Lofa County. Let's see whether we can get that video queued tonight. Okay. I think you need to check the volume because okay, the volume is low. The volume is very low.
They need 100+ men there, and you see here as well. So this is what we are talking about. That we want for like-minded Latino to be able
The
to
volume is too low. I'm not too sure whether.
Zero United Pentecostal School here. Zero United Pentecostal School here. Here's the principal. Here's the principal for the school. You know, he was one of my classmates. So we have, out of our hands.
Mr. Gamer, Dubai,
Yeah.
are you guys getting the audio clearly?
Yeah, a little bit. It's okay from my end here.
Okay. I hope those of you watching and listening to us are also getting the audio clearly, so we can make some adjustment. If it's clear, then we're good.
So see how best you can support the young people of this country, support the young people so that they will be able to build this nation. And this is why from us on Liberian Free Yourself Recording Initiative, our dream is to give back to society.
The video went off. People could hear it. People are trending. Say on supply, Ether Gay says it's clear. It's okay.
So some things that need the help of other people. So if you see someone to this, we from the Liberian Free Agriculture Initiative, I know that we have decided to provide scholarship program to some of his students.
Is there a way possible to forward it more towards the tour of the school, because they're going to tour the facility of the school, which we are more interested in than the intro. The intro is too long. Back small, carry back small, carry back a bit, carry back, carry back. Those are all disturbing images you see. Carry back, carry back small. Okay, I think we can take it from there. Yeah, so you can play from there. Okay, so we're trying to do the, yeah, so you can play. So they're touring the classrooms. You will see the blackboards.
Give me 100+ men there, and you here as well. So this is what we are talking about, that we want for like-minded Nigerians to be able to budget. This is a Zero United Pentecostal school here. Zero United Pentecostal school here. He is the principal. He is the principal for the school. You know, he was one of my classmates. So we have, you know, all of us has on to different sectors.
I think we passed that already.
To give back to society. And
So just for a bit, let's see the tour of the classrooms, so the folks can have an appreciation of how the classrooms look.
And I was also contributing towards the growing of food sector as well. That is the agriculture sector. Because agriculture initiative, I want to watch the efforts of government. And this is what we
Okay, I think you have to carry back. Please start it again. Please take it from the beginning.
These are
Okay.
places that
Good.
that our children are learning from. So you see the learning environment for our children here in local country.
You see the classrooms. You see the benches they're sitting on.
Yeah.
So they're trying to
That's a school in Lofa County.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a school in Lofa.
We're teaching materials, we're splinters, we're sling, and also we're sling as well.
And which country the president is from?
You got jokes.
He says he's from Lofa.
W, you got jokes.
For like-minded Nigerians to be able to budget. Zero United Pentecostal school here. Zero United Pentecostal school here. He is the principal. He is the principal for the school. You know, he was one of my classmates. So we have, you know, all of us has on to different sectors in society to give back to society. And I've come in from the agricultural sector and he for the educational sector. So as you see, you have a government that's educational sector, and I was also contributing towards the growing of food sector as well. That is the agricultural sector. So see how best you can support the young people of this country, support the young people so that they will be able to build this nation. And this is why from us on Liberian Free Agriculture Initiative, our dream is to give back to society. And we are using agriculture to impact society. We are using agriculture to butcher the efforts of government. We are using agriculture to contribute to the economies of our country. And this is why we believe in. And this is what we always say.
Okay, Chris, I think the video is okay. I think we just wanted to give our audience the view in the audio quality of how the classroom look.
Right.
We have James Galagba Cody, who is in the video doing the intro and the outro. We're trying to establish contact with him from Lofa and see whether we can engage whether we can engage his opinions, because he did the video. We hope we can get him now. We've been talking behind the scenes. We hope we can get him now. And okay, if James calls back, we can make some interruption to talk to him. Say he's on the ground in Lofa, and he did that video. He was able to do that video, which is key. I think we can start the conversation. You saw the video, Dubai. You've been to Lofa before. You've heard the story about Lofa. You know the story about the Lofa Community College. You know how Mr. Bwaka, even when he was vice president, there were claims and allegations from Lofa he was not supporting the local community college or the establishment of the college, because the bill to establish a college came from a lawmaker who came from the Liberty Party, Eugene Falapaka, may he so rest in peace. And because of that, he did not support the establishment of the local community college and all of that. He's not been supporting or giving back to education in Lofa and all of that, especially so he did not come from his tribal lineage and all of that. So now he's seeing this video and listening to the explanation in the video. What does it say about education in the first year? I want to go straight to the first year on Joe Boaka.
Austin, the thing about it, sometimes discussing corrupt Joe is a waste of pressure time. Discussing crooked Joe is a waste of pressure time, but we will do it. First, let's look at the budget. I think Article 10 of our Constitution says, I think about 40% or 30% of the country's budget must be directed towards education. The Constitution sees education as a fundamental, inherent, and inalienable right for every Liberian citizen. Ironically, in the application of that Constitution, there must be an instrument. That instrument is the budget. It's the only law that must be made every year in Liberia. The budget of the state.
Right.
This year, the budget of the state was made initially. A group, the Corrupt Unity Party, the Criminal and Plutocratic Empire Unity Party, who claim, and they so much love education. The Unity Party that claims, that it believes in educational transformation, made a budget of 48.4 million. After a period of corrupt manipulation and 15 million of off-budget spending, buying bulletproof car, shifting money to NSA, putting 100,000 on the credit card of Crooked Joe, and having been married for over 50 years. Now he had a wedding anniversary for using over 300,000 in that same corridor. His wife celebrated her birthday in a glamorous fashion. They made a budget of 48 million. After the day, all budget spending, it affected all of the revenue envelope, it affected all of the recurring expenditure component of the budget. So they needed to go back and do a recast. In their recast budget, Austin, what you saw there, it was manifested in the budget. They did not consider it. How can you say you're talking about education and you deduct $913,348 from the turning education budget? The education budget all by itself is so narrow. You need to invest into infrastructure, the quality of teachers, the materials. You need to invest more money into feeding kids in school, because research has revealed that when children go to school and they eat, when they consume more nutritional product, it makes them happy. Their inner spirit to learn gets activated. A spirit, their intellect to learn better. So you reduce the education budget from 48 million to 47 million, but you increase the budget to buy bulletproof car. You increase the budget of the vice president, who they say he's a rich guy. I don't know how is it now increasing his budget. So it tells you to what extent Crooked Joe is careless. He's unbothered. It doesn't move this old man. He has a son who got married to a Sierra Leonean, the former Sierra Leonean vice president daughter. He's not a rich man overnight. So Crooked Joe and Corrupt Unity Party, they are unbothered. Now, let me tell you, those were the people who created false narrative to remove a government that provided free wax fee in our education budget. In our first year, by this time, we have put 3,500 supplementary teachers back on the payroll. How many can Crooked Joe account for or boast of? At this time of the year, the University of Liberia, free education has been pronounced, and then we have digitalized the University of Liberia, spending over 300,000 in $. Right? We started the construction of 28 high schools in Liberia, in 18 early learning childhood schools were constructed on our government in the 6th year, but the process started from the first year. That was far-sightedness. That was what President Weah saw. He saw Liberia beyond just his first year. This is he's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. At this time, I'm telling you, in 2018, the pay of teachers we made it on the board was 8,000 Liberian dollar,
$11.
less than $40 US. But this time in 2018, Georgia has increased the pay from 8,000 Liberian dollar to 125 United States dollar. That was what we did, and that is a sufficient justification, a validation of Georgia's quest and desire to ensure that our country receives maximum education. And he was on the right track and trajectory until Crooked Joe and his desperado, his team of corrupt plutocrat, they came and lie, mislead, manipulated the Liberian people. Now they are giving the presidency. You see in his own backyard, you see how deplorable, how disappointing, how frustrating the situation is for the Liberian. So if you are listening to me tonight and you voted for Crooked Joe to come and just extend his life, because Crooked Joe is just using the presidency to live his grandpa life and to just enjoy. That's what he's doing. This man has traveled over, in less than 1 year, he has traveled over 30 times and signed more than 500 useless MOU. He has become an MOU in chief. He just signed an MOU everywhere he goes. So, Austin, on the issue about that, it's so deplorable. It wants to make me cry. When I think about my son, Randolph the Bayou Jr., who is in a better school, then it makes me worry about the future of Liberia. When I think about the son of old man Chewuru, where they're in Rivergy, who does not have the luxury of money, who doesn't have money, the army mother who is riding $125. One man, one individual riding $125,000. When I think about the generator of Patrick Honor that is cruising with 15,000 every month, right? You know how many schools 15,000 can affect? When I think about these wild inequality, injustices against the Liberian people, one is you serve the government. I'm not talking about I challenge anybody. My take home pay from what I did in government did not exceed $2,000 US. I made a very minimal amount because the president at our first cabinet retreat in Grand Bassa, he said, "You have not come in government to erase yourself." It was how he deducted his own pay and initiated a radical cut of our pay across the board. What has Crooked Joe done? He has increased his pay. What has Crooked Joe done is to go at the VIP lounge, right? The VIP lounge are already constructed and dedicated, already in use. He go and say he spent $250,000 for what? A program has already been done by the development in chief President George Weah. So it tells you that Crooked Joe has come to enrich himself. You see, he's Asian backward now. You see, he's getting young because he's using the Liberian people money. There are a lot of insulin they pumping in him. He has more than 5 international doctors who are resident in Liberia. When Joseph Boga is flying, he fly with additional 3 doctors. You know how much he's leeching on the Liberian government? So it's so unfortunate that we have people in school, children, kids, experiencing this deplorable condition while you have Crooked Joe and the corrupt Unity Party cruising in uncountable wealth and luxury. This is disappointing for our country, Austin.
Extremely disappointing for our country. Mr. Gilman, you seen the picture, the different pictures coming from Lofa. Those are really, really scary pictures from the classrooms in Lofa at that Pentecostal school there, where the president comes from. Doesn't say well for our education sector. Doesn't speak to progress about our education sector. You there in the US, you know what it is to have quality primary and secondary education.
It doesn't sit well with me either. You know,
see the benches? Those are rocks. Those are rocks under the planks. Under the wawa, the rocks.
I saw that video. I saw that video, and these pictures, they all came out of the video, and my heart sank. Today's Liberia, 2024. You know, I mean, I don't want to say my age, but when I went to school from Greenville, Sino to Zwedru, and then to Tottenham, we didn't sit on benches like this. You know, we did not. And I'm talking about in the 70s, the 80s. We didn't sit on benches like this. You're talking about Liberia 2024. From 1847 to 2024, 177, 178 years. And Joseph Boakai is president, and he's from Lofa County. And these videos, or this video is from Lofa County, a Pentecostal school. You know what it tells me? There's a popular video. This guy does his blog, and he goes around asking people, "What's the capital city of Liberia?" And then the only question they answer rightly is 360 for the camera. All right. I mean, that's yeah, that's the only question they answer.
Is that a question or an action?
Yeah. He asked them, what's the capital city of Liberia? When was Liberia founded? And who did the flag and all of that? And the only thing they answer properly is 360 for the camera. All right. It's sad. It's funny, but that's reality. It's sad. Yeah. How do we give our young people foundation? These are our future leaders. These are our future leaders. All right. What foundation are we giving them? Are they going to come out tomorrow and then the answer to 360? Or they end up being drug addicts? You know? No car will be stuck on the road in my first 100 days. What happened to Monrovia the last few days? Water claiming that City Hall Hill.
Mhm.
The whole of Monrovia is covered with water, flooded. Yeah. And when it happened during George Weah time, though it didn't, Crown Hill City Hall didn't flood that time. It was the swampland that were flooding, and people were saying that George Weah fault that natural disaster happened in the country. But under Joseph Boakai, we are witnessing what the prophet Babatunde said: calamity will befall the nation. Okay, water claiming City Hall, water everywhere in Monrovia. I heard on one video this morning that cars are falling over at LPRC around the Freeport, LPRC headquarters. Those areas are like no-go zones. You know, but all of these things has their foundation in the educational system. And if we sit idle by, this government sit idle by and look at such deplorable condition of a school, a Pentecostal school in Lofa County. It is nowhere else but Lofa County, where Joseph Boakai is from. I was laughing at Randall when he said, which county is he from? Is Joseph Boakai from? You know? Are you for real? He's from Lofa. And this video is from Lofa. And who did the video? My young brother, Galakbai Howard from Lofa. Okay? It's sad. It's very sad. I hope Galakbai can call so that we can talk to him a little bit about the situation with that school. And see what we can do. It's very sad. It's very sad. Look at the children. Look at the picture. These children have bright future ahead of them. They only want the foundation. All right? They only want the foundation. And here they are sitting on Wawa and blocks. And the floors are not even cemented. All right, the floors are dirt floors, just like the $22 million dirt roads that they built. That's how the floors are. These children, I don't think the school is cooking for them. Like Doba, you said, once the children go to school, they eat, they have that energy and the courage to sit in class and learn. But these children will rather, they will probably run home for recess, then they come back. And some of them will go home, nothing is ready at home. You know, it's sad. It's sad. When we see what our students, our kids go through to go to school in this country and elsewhere, how much government put in education, you know, I saw the budget, some of the budget lines, like for a Lone Star, you get couple of $1,000s for the development of sports. When other countries got millions in their sports program for the national team, and then we want a national team to win. You know, it beats my imagination that people who came to rescue their country, as they said, themselves need to be rescued. They need to be rescued. Okay? They need to be rescued. These are not leaders. They are rascals. Like their own people continue to tell them and say to them, these are not leaders. You know, they are not. Let's try to see if we can get Galapa on the phone, man.
Yes, I've left a message. So once we still have time to talk to him. But you see, Kuzo, why you try to, the images are disturbing.
Very.
And I spoke to a former county official before coming on the radio from Lo-Fi. And he said, Austin, between me, you have known Mr. Bwaka for over 25 years. He said the only way anything, the first thing he said the only reason why education, he said, do your research across Liberia. Mr. Bwaka, you realize that Mr. Bwaka has contributed more in terms of education to his family members, his immediate family members and relatives, compared to contributing to education in Lo-Fi for the benefit of the poor
in
people.
The country, yeah.
So Mr. Bwaka sent a girl, and Dubai, you will know the girl I'm talking about. He said Mr. Bwaka sent a girl to school in America at a very expensive school in America. He said at the time Mr. Bwaka took that decision, there were letters piled up on his desk as vice president to just pay wire fees. At the time, there was no free wire.
No free wire, yeah.
Including students who were in dire need of going to school that could not afford school fees. Even at the elementary level, that man as vice president could not afford to pay 10 students. The man, he said, tell Joe Bwaka to check 10 students.
Not that he could not afford, he refused.
Say 10, then he just check and say, our vice president for 12 years, and I paid 12 students school fees in elementary level. I paid their school fees. See, that all making a boast of that. But the people who benefited from Mr. Bwaka's gesture were people from his family. So we don't call that a gesture anyway.
No,
because
that's not a gesture.
It was like he was performing his responsibility.
That's a responsibility.
So he was performing his responsibility.
Yeah.
So he was not doing any favor. He was doing himself favor by performing his parental or relationship. Responsibility.
Yeah.
Now, what is even sad is that even the folks at the Ministry of Education are angry over the cut in their budget. The very folks at the Ministry of Education. In fact, I'm told that Jaso had complained a lot to her brother-in-law, Darius Dillon, over the cut and the lack of support to the education sector. She took over, she did a tour of the Southeast. To continue that tour, even what was proposed to facilitate her tour in the Western region, in the Central, North Central region, and rural Masurado, they say government says she doesn't have money for that. So she should use the reports that come in from the DOs and the CEOs, that she will use the reports she should read those reports, and the reports will inform her decision. These are things that are happening in the education sector. Don't we remember that Mr. Barker said when he becomes president, no government official child will go to private school? He
Right.
said that during his campaign. He said no. He said upon his presidency, he will declare that no public official child will go to private school in his country under his regime as president. Where is Jeremiah Kun children attending? The most expensive school in the country, here in the Congo Belt. Where is Joe Barra grandchildren? Which schools are Joe Barra grandchildren attending? They are all in America and Ghana and the best private schools in Liberia, his great-grand and grandchildren. Y'all ask them Baraka and Joseph Baraka Jr., asking which schools are your children attending? And see what they are attending private schools.
Public schools.
They're not attending private schools. So at the end of the day, you don't expect that Joe Baraka will even support a dam going to the education sector. The teachers in Lofa, forget about the other 14 counties. Let's just focus on Lofa. This school is from Lofa.
It is.
I'm told the proprietor of this school is a stone supporter of Joe Baraka, and he even supported Joe Baraka with the expectation that upon Mr. Baraka becoming president, his school was going to benefit from support from Joe Baraka and the government. 2 engagements were made by him, according to our information, inside the executive mansion, and you have not been given the chance to even see Joe Baraka since the election. But he was all campaigning for Joe Baraka. He had not even met Joe Baraka. That's what prompted him. That's a source of the anger. You see, they're doing tour of the school facility.
Right.
That's Joe Baraka for us. Joe Baraka is a user. He will use you to get to where he wants to get, and he dumps you. See the education sector. Go to Tottenham High. Compare Tottenham High in the 21st century and Tottenham High in the 60s, 50s then. Way there when Game were going there. Compare the two.
Right.
In terms of the instructional styles that are there, the availability of instructional materials, I mean, the system, they are different. And our schools, our public schools are supposed to be upgraded in the 21st century than what it used to be way there in the 50s, 40s, in the 70s, and the 60s.
Right.
We can't be sitting in the 21st century and we're saying the people who went to Tottenham High in the 70s are telling us that Tottenham High was better in the 70s than it is in the 21st century when technology has improved.
Yep.
We have access to technology. Everybody, smart learning. And our public schools are still way behind the private schools, even though they get support from the government. But Joe Baraka is taking. Do you know how much teachers 100,000 can pay? Just do your calculation. Say, let's go to a stationery store and buy stationaries, instructional materials. Let's pay 50,000 and buy instructional materials. See the quantity of instructional material $50,000 can buy. Let's say we're not buying a year. Tottenham High just not issue executive order giving duty free to all public schools to import instructional materials. And you allot to them and see how much $50,000 can how much $50,000 can buy instructional materials can buy from China or somewhere in your other country.
Right.
Say we're not manufacturing them here. If you spend $50,000 to buy instructional materials in China, you bring about at least 2 containers full of instructional materials for public schools.
Yeah.
So instead of Joe Baraka issuing useless executive orders, issue executive orders that will impact growth, that will accelerate growth, that will promote.
Yep.
Yes, you can be issuing useless executive orders. You gave him B-Martin duty free to import fuel oil and gasoline and all of that.
Yeah.
When you have more than 10 importers of gasoline and fuel oil in the country that B-Martin can buy from, and then those companies will make money, they will be able to expand and employ more Liberians.
More people.
You give them duty free.
Yeah.
But you refuse to give the public schools and MCSS people duty free to import instructional materials and run their own things. You say you go and buy paper, real machine, pencil, sharpener, and everything from the Lebanese, the Indians. But the Turkish can go and import their own fuel and their own gasoline and run and mine our gold and our diamond and ship them out of the country without LRA having a sense to even tell the quantity or the value of our gold and diamond that are extracted from our country and exported. Hey, what do we really have a priority? Do we really have an agenda? And when Dubai said the country owner Joe Biden does not have an agenda, in the second month of Mr. Weir's inauguration, CDC has already published her proper agenda. In the second month, the proper agenda was already being circulated in the country, across the country. Imagine it's taking a self-proclaimed sophisticated class to even develop an arrest agenda for our country. What? I mean, we don't have an agenda.
No.
That's why what we want. That's why we're not doing anything. We're not pursuing anything as a country. We're not Joe Biden because there is no agenda for us. So how do we grow? Forget CDC, forget UP, forget ANC, forget LPD, forget all the political parties. Let's focus on growth. Let's direct our spending towards growth. And let's set our agenda towards growth. What is the agenda? Nothing. So we have our lawmakers passing budget, because there's no agenda now. So the man comes, he see what he wants to do. There's no
little bit, eh?
So you just pass budget.
Let me just on your show right here. Every time we come on the show, you read the agenda just on the show.
Yeah.
What the importance of the agenda? It guards the dealing of a particular group in a particular context at a point in time.
Right.
The agenda, it itemizes your priority and how you want to achieve them in a systemic order. It's embarrassing and it's very embarrassing. And you see things that people are supposed to focus on, they're not focusing on it.
No.
This government has no agenda, even though they made over 170 something useless promises. Those promises should be consummated into an agenda. They presented to the Liberian people and said, "This is how I want to lead." So it's disappointing. We will say these things. The Liberian people have to build that consciousness to demand. You can lead us by an agenda. You can lead us.
They outsource that agenda to I think Nigeria.
A Nigerian company.
Yeah.
It further an insult to our intellectual class.
Yeah.
This guy keeps calling me and pressuring me to read a message he sent me not too long. I think I want to read it. He keeps calling the phone. I don't want interruption. He said, "I have been victimized by Bwaka in 2017 after we went to him in helping us to pay our fees. That caused me to drop for 4 years. It was 2022 and I did my readmission October 29, 2024. I will be coming out of Zion University." And if you just open the telephone lines to say, just call if Bwaka don't do anything contribute to your education.
Right.
Just call and say, nobody will call you to tell you Mr. Bwaka has contributed to my education. Only family members and friends. And this is sad. Somebody from the Ministry of Education just sent a text to you and listen to what this guy is saying from the Ministry of Education. Let me read this message. Honor anonymity. He said, "Gentlemen, I've been following you guys' show." He said, "I've been following your show for the past 2 years. Your shows for the past 2 years." He said, "Please do not mention my name," even though his name is in the text.
Yeah.
He said, "You guys have been having very sensitive political discussions, which I've not been too much interested in because I'm a teacher for over 32 years. He said, I'm from Wasonga. Wow. The president and I share the same home village. The president and I share the same home village. The conversation tonight is important because I am a victim. I left teaching in Lofa for 3 years because we ran behind Uncle Joe from 2015, from 2012 to 2015 when he was vice president, to have us included removed from the supplementary payroll to the central payroll, central government payroll. What is sad that you guys will even be shocked to know is that the old man told us that as vice president, he could not help to see us, to see our names removed from the supplementary payroll to the
regular
central government payroll. He said he could not help.
So
it's good that you
Austin,
guys are bringing out this topic tonight and placing emphasis on education in Lofa because the president comes from Lofa.
Lofa
The
County.
president comes from there.
Austin.
And I'm following now. Guys, these are startling revelations. I know to some people, but to some of us, they are not startling revelations.
They're
to
not
us
startling,
because
no.
we know Mr. Barker has contributed less to Lofa. He has benefited more from Lofa and contributed less to Lofa. Mr. Barker was only selected as vice president from Lofa, not because he was educated. This may refuse to specialize. Barker doesn't have specialty in anything. He refused to specialize all his years.
Right.
He refused to get. I mean, let's be serious here. He refused to specialize all his life. He has never contributed to Lofa County in anything. Barker was selected by Ellen because he came from Lofa.
Mm-hmm.
Not because he had contributed to Lofa. And because of the tradition that people respected him as the oldest politician, let me use the man, say he's the oldest politician. He could be able to talk to people and then use the tradition and win some vote for me from Lofa. So he benefited because he came from Lofa for 12 years. What did he give back to Lofa? Sadly, he's president and we do not have an agenda even on education. No agenda on education, no agenda on agriculture, no agenda on health, no agenda on infrastructure, no agenda on energy, no agenda on rule of law. That is why you see his legal advisor will take telephone
and
call the city solicitor to interfere in a case involving two private citizens in the country under Joe Barker. Today, that man is still sitting there as legal advisor to the president.
Yeah.
So it's just no agenda. And Dubai plays it ready. It makes it difficult to discuss, a system or segment a system with an agenda. Look at Senta report. Senta said the tracking Mr. Barker's commitment were difficult for them. Because there's no system to track their activities, and there is no program or there's no agenda developed. So I think the agenda will say in the first quarter of the budget year, we want to be all about one ambulance for JFK. In the second quarter, we want about one for Emirates Hospital. But because there was no agenda, so they experienced difficulty in tracking Mr. Barker's so-called commitment he made during the campaign period. Where are we as a country, folks? Dubai, you and Mr. Gibman, I think I can stop here because we have to take calls. Maybe I don't know whether you want to make some interjection and then we can take calls.
Let's take calls and then we'll sum it up.
Okay, so folks, it's time for your participation on the show on all of our numbers here: 0776 104 104, 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call and be a part of the show. For those of you in the diaspora, you already know our active WhatsApp number. So let's go ahead and begin picking your calls on this number. Good morning. It's in the morning. No, it's in the morning somewhere. So good morning. Go ahead.
Thank you for your information. It's very hard. We don't want to in Liberia. There's two stations in Liberia now. When they say every scatter that they know thing. Actually, there's some of all for me. I got 3 religion. One never enter in school. Joseph Walker don't know everything and just don't get to the school. Voila, no pay, nothing. I can't actually just pass away. And the only school get like prayer now that does. So to be on your chapel or your chat to Zoom to take food to do all the one in like prayer now.
Thank you very much. Let's hear the next person. 30 seconds to all of our callers. Go ahead. Hello. Okay. I think it's the same person. So let's take call from this end. Kuso, please help with this. Hello, good morning. Hello, good evening. Let's hear you. Go ahead. You have 30 seconds. Okay, I'm not too sure. No. You call, you move away from your monitor. Good evening. Let's hear you.
Hello.
You are live. Go ahead, please.
Okay, I call from Bannerville and Manakopa. But I appreciate Mr. Gimon and Mr. Orlando Dubayu and also your program and deliberation. But we have a serious problem in Liberia. So I think we need to take the bull by the horn. Orlando Dubayu have to come down so that we can do a huge protest. That's my view.
Thank you very much. Next person. Let's take the next person. Go ahead. This is Austin Kawa, not KOK. KOK is off tonight.
Mr. Kawa, how did you play that?
We are fine. Go ahead.
Okay, by the way, on the social POP doesn't speak about doesn't feel well out. People mean it. Wait, look for you to go here or look for you. My food said it here over and over. The power said the power of the man has on born. So a free bed, 2023, you can be free, you will down the grave. That's what happened to us. I don't think we complaining here and there. We needed to do it to admit. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's hear the next person. Go ahead. Good morning. Let's hear you. 30 seconds. Let's hear you quickly.
Yes, I want Mr. Gideon to be for me. It's like me everything. I don't want to cry in front of
What she said?
Sorry, we didn't get you. Please come again.
I said I want Mr. Gideon to join help me with my son's school. Yeah, because
with your what?
My son's school fee. You have to stop. I don't want.
That idea, Mr. Gideon.
What's her name?
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, I think so far, I think it was only for you and your family. But we only really will have anything from there. To move, please, you're better adjust yourself.
Okay, I think the folks are complaining about the audio. Go ahead.
Yeah, hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Thank you very much. My name is Eva MKL calling from Amagashi District 2. See, brother, that's why we told the Liberian people, because of all we know who they call Joe Biden. You see what we are in today? You see, for the people who listen to all because they say the president we are. Can you imagine what the president said to the Liberian people in the interest of our country, in a rapid manner? They said, oh, only because they hate president we are. But they look for and we are in that today. Nobody will do anything under their CGC. That's what we are going to say. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let's talk to this person. Hello, good evening to you.
How you doing, sir?
I'm okay. What is your name?
My name is Mark Welsh.
Mark, how do you spell your Mark? I mean your Welsh, your last name.
W-E-L-S-H.
W-E-L-S-H. Okay, what's the last DJ in your number?
66.
Okay, we don't have enough time, but we call you from Freedom FM. I'm sure you're monitoring the show. You are one of our lucky winners here tonight on our cash giveaway. You've won for yourself $10,000. So we're about to transfer you your money. You can call this number back to confirm receipt.
Thank you very much.
You are most welcome, Mark. Let's hear the next person. Go ahead. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good evening, Austin. CDC Pape calling from Another Point.
CDC Pape, go ahead.
Big trouble, Bishop. The day we out there, he caused all the trouble. He said he wants trouble, but the one that came out is more than trouble. Me, I blame him. CDC Pape must take 2 times for CDC business. Something that I couldn't to follow him. Then he went back, he got me on shame. And sometimes we made mistake. He made mistake, but apologize for CDC. That he say me say to go come press conference that what I win. Thank you.
Okay, let's take the next person. I think there should be. We'll take 2 more calls. So let's take that person. Good evening to you. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Austin.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm okay.
This is Eddie P from Chicken Sufficient Memory Respondent Team. And let me say the rest of the crew in the United States. How you doing? Look,
We are fine.
Austin, that video you show, I think, is a very, very bad video for the president. Look, you got from local country. Look at that type of video people showing. It's so bad for this president. The president has not created anybody in Kenyan life. So, Austin, it made me, Eddie P, I can go beyond president. We are in a convo. Then, how do that thing, Austin? Then, why would the president Joseph Yuma back in? Why the papa so wicked at on that school for your own town was done. Look at how the people going through. Look at how they voted for you. That's how you get paid, eh? So, Baka, what you doing? You just feel that 6 years and 100 years. 6 years is not 100 years. You come and go get 5 years. One of the 5 years, you get 4 years.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We can't take more calls on the show tonight. We have to go. So let's talk to this person. Hello, good evening to you.
How you doing?
I am okay. My name is Austin. I'm calling you from Freedom FM.
Okay. I'm Bronson County.
Please take your time. What's the name again? Could you please help me to do this?
Bronson County.
How do you spell your Ramsey?
R-A-N-C-Y.
R-A-N-C-Y.
Yeah.
R-A-N-C-Y.
Yeah.
What's the last name? How do you spell the last name?
County. G-A-R-T-Y.
G-R-T-Y.
Yes.
Okay, we'll call to say congratulations. You're one of our winners here tonight. You won for yourself. You read the number down, Kuso. You read the number there. What's the last digit of your number?
378.
Yeah. Okay, 378. So Ransom will say congratulations to you for walking away with $10,000 tonight.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so that's how it goes. Yeah, let me here is this number. There's the number, the first number there. Let's look at the first number. So we want to give somebody $50,000 tonight, and so let's do that tonight. Let's give somebody $50,000 tonight as part of our package as the last. So let's go. Give me the phone. Let me call this lucky person. Okay, so this person I'm about to call is the person who's going to walk away with our $50,000 tonight on the show. So this person is our lucky winner tonight on the show. Let me. Okay. So this person is so here's the number. For here, this is the number. Okay, so let's call this person and see what this person picks. This person is the one walking away. Oh, well, call in. Yeah. Let me try again. No, it seems like okay, because I'm not too sure this person is going to, so we have to do another. We have to do another one. This person, this number is just not going through at all. Let me see it again. See. Okay, this number is not going through at all. So we can do that. Let me see what we can give it to this person. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, the person missed out. That's the game, and we have to fulfill our commitment to these people, and so we have to fulfill our commitment to these people. So we must do another one. Okay. So, well, we will try to find a way out, but yes, the person number did not go through. I don't know what I should try again and see. Maybe the person number will go through again. Because that's the only time we have to do the job for these people here. So let's see whether this person will go through again. Let's see. Let's see for the last time. Okay, the number is not going through at all. But we have to go, Mr. Gimme, Mr. Randa Dubayu. We have to go. We can do that in maybe 10 seconds each. Let's wrap up. Beginning with Randa Dubayu.
Thanks to the callers and congratulations to all of you that won. We're gonna come back on the education topic again because it's an everyday thing. But I'd like to send a shout out to the More Than Me Academy there on Front Street. More Than Me Academy, an all-girls school, and most of the young students are from West Point, from Waterside, from around the slum communities there.
Okay.
They are senior class this year, 46 students. They all passed their WIAC exams. They all passed.
We can talk more about that tomorrow, Mr. Gimme, since we are out of time.
Yeah.
We can
So
highlight
we'll
that
do
tomorrow, which
more
is
of
very
that.
important.
But thank you. And we will be back tomorrow, God's willing, hopefully.
Dubayu?
Well, thank you very much. Thanks to Freedom FM family. Thanks to the Liberian people for continuously listening to us and believing us. We told them during the campaign, we told the people we knew Crooked Joe. We know that he has a zero agenda for this country. His appetite for corruption is like a disease from birth that has no cure. This old man has DNA. He has corruption and crookedness deeply tattooed in his DNA. With zero regret, he has been leeching on government for over 40 years. All he knows is to work for government. All he knows is to extract from government. All he knows is to manipulate the system. All he knows is to be engaged into wide-scale and industrial corruption. And this has been validated in less than 1 year under his leadership. Crooked Joe has no agenda for this country. Crooked Joe is an embarrassment for our country. But we are here to continuously present you the real information, substitute perception with verifiable facts and data-driven analysis, while we fearlessly engage the regime of Corrupt Unity Party and Crooked Burger with our bare hands. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, folks, so all of you who won our cash giveaway tonight, tomorrow morning or anytime you can pass by to pick up your back to school package. The book bags are here with everything in it. If I'm not here, Mr. Nina will be here to give you or Ruth Seaton will be here to give you your back to school package. Thanks to our viewers, our listeners. Until we see you tomorrow, my name is Austin Kawa. Ronald Dubayu was here. Mr. Gilman was here. Bye-bye.
And now you need to see us. The thing we saw it was